afternoons from 2 to 7. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. WFAN Sports Flash.
And this report brought to you by Flushing Bank. No word on the severity yet, but new Jets quarterback Justin Fields suffering an injury at practice this morning, as reported by Rich Cimini. Quote, Fields pulled up after rolling right and throwing an incomplete short pass. He went down, sat on the ground briefly, and limped off the field with the assistance of a trainer. He was then carted away. Of course, as soon as we get the updates, we'll get them to you. More with BT coming up in just a moment, who is beside himself. Good times. Well, if that wasn't bad enough for BT, there's the Yankees. They committed 4 errors last night. They lost to the Blue Jays 8-4. Miles Straw, the go-ahead RBI double in the 6th. He would later score on an error by Ben Rice. Bo Bichette capped scoring with a 2-run homer in the 7th. Here's manager Aaron Boone. Is the Blue Jays style of baseball maybe causing some of these issues?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe in a couple cases, and again, not making enough. It comes down, you got to make plays. You can't give good teams extra outs, and again, that's what we've done in these 2 series.
Max Fried, the loss, he allowed 6 runs, 4 earned over 5 1/3. He himself with a throwing error, allowing 2 runs to score in that inning. A couple of wild pitches as well. The Yankees trail the Blue Jays by 4 games atop the AL East. They will be home for the Phillies tomorrow. The Mets beat the Angels yesterday afternoon 6-3, off to San Francisco tomorrow. They now lead the Phillies by a half game atop the NL East. This report brought to you by Paramus Chevrolet, 78 in Central Park. That's what's happening. I'm Jerry Recco on WFAN, now streaming on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
It's Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata on WFAN The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
You know, I'm just trying to sip my coffee here and really, just mind my own business. And the alert comes on the phone. Justin Fields carted off the practice facility. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't know what it is yet. Nobody knows yet. It doesn't look good, obviously. I'm pretty sure he didn't just sprain his ankle. You don't get carted off the field for a sprained ankle. But day 2, the Jets might have serious issues. You got to be kidding me, man. We'll get to that. Obviously, Hoff is following social media, the Schefters, everybody that you need to know. Once something happens and once something breaks, we will get it to you, and we will switch gears if and when we have to. Yankees. So, right now, everybody is raging about the Yankees. Screaming about the Yankees, tweeting away, pecking that keyboard. Like the harder you hit the letters, the better it's going to be. The more it's going to accentuate your point. Hit that iPad, hit that phone. Pissed off last night, right? I'm actually happy what happened last night. As a matter of fact, that ground ball to Vivas. Well, I mean, why he's on the team, I have no idea. I wouldn't even let him be the bat boy at this point. Once he got thrown out tagging up from second, I would have sent them. I don't know where I would have sent them, but I wouldn't send him out to play for the Yankees. But once he booted that ball at third base, I'm sitting there saying, oh, man, they're going to give him a hit on that. Give him an error. I wanted it to get worse. So the first error, the second error, the third error, the fourth error, and I wanted 5. And I wanted 6 because last night, and this is a good thing. You don't feel it yet, I know. And I don't expect you to call up and say, yeah, wow, I agree. Boy, I feel a whole lot better about myself. This is really a good thing. It will be a good thing because last night was rock bottom for these bumbling, stumbling Yankees. Rock bottom. Like, I was going to say, you almost look like the Savannah Bananas, but the Savannah Bananas do flips and they catch the baseball and they throw the ball behind their backs. It's more like, it's more like the Bad News Bears going across the country to the Houston Astrodome. All right? The Yankees just suck at so many important things. I know it, you know it, we know it. It ain't changing. Dominguez can't play the outfield. I want to see him out there. Cannot play the outfield. Put him on a DH him if you play him because you got 5 other DHs that you got to wedge in, which is another important piece of the puzzle with these Yankees. It is a horrendous. Here we go. Let's cue up the same old complaints, Tierney. It is a horrendously constructed roster. What team in baseball has 3 catchers and really 2.5? I mean, if you look, but 3 catchers, 3 first basemen, 1 shortstop who's a mess. Like, It is amazing. 9 outfielders and 0 third basemen. That is a well-built team. But last night's going to be good. Because last night, if the Yankees are honest with themselves, and how could they not be, they might frustrate us. They might baffle us. Yankees are not dumb. They're not. Now, I don't know how honest they'll be. I don't know how candid and frank they'll be with one another as they discuss what they've got to do. And God almighty, is it a lot before the trade deadline, right? I mean, it's a lot. So, but if they are honest with each other, last night will be rock bottom. See, last night wasn't just, maybe, somebody that you're dating or you're married to, or you have that extra drink and they jump on the table and they got the lampshade on their head, or, they're a little bit, a little chatty at a party and maybe say something stupid. Last night was such a disaster. Last night's the kind of night that you wake up laying in a lawn chair, which actually happened to me after my 50th birthday, in a lawn chair. Thank God my wife was, got me in. And you are in your backyard and you have no idea how the hell you got there or where you were that night. You're like, whoa. All right, that's unacceptable. Like, if I can't piece the night together, and this is more obviously when you're younger, even though I wouldn't even recommend it then, but if I can't piece together last night, then I got to stop whatever the hell was going on, and that is rock bottom. This is the baseball version of rock bottom. I've been telling you for a month, more than that, Toronto's good. I've now been telling you for a couple of weeks, Toronto ain't scared of the Yankees. And now you look at them on the same field, and stylistically, what the Toronto Blue Jays do well, the Yankees are awful at defending. Like the stress Toronto puts on you, when the Yankees defense gets sped up, it reverts to a level that is just gross and unsustainable and not good enough. So and again, I'm going to give you guys a chance to rant and rave. I'm getting to the phones right now. BT and Sal, of course, Sal is off. Thank God Sal's off. If I had to sit and listen to him mocking the Yankees today, I would really lose my mind. 888-808-1019. It's back Monday. We're together on Monday. So this is where we're at, all right? We've had so many different checkpoints this season. Last night, and I really do believe that I am pretty much lone wolf on this. The worse it got, the happier I got. Because there's no sidestepping, there's no circumventing, there's no, covering up, we're playing, we're good, we're ready. We just need one middle relief arm. You need so much. I don't even know if you can get what you need, quite frankly. But last night's the impetus for everybody with the Yankees. Hal and Cashman starting there. Forget about the manager for a second. Hal, you got to suck down $40 more million if you want to do something, or 50. And Cashman, you got to make 3 or 4 trades that pop. You can't make 4 trades and hit on 2. If you make 3, you got to go 3 for 3. If you make 2 and they're 2 big ones, it's got to be 2 for 2. If you make 4, it's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4. They should have had 5 errors. 5 last night. Rock bottom. 888-808-1019. BT and Sal here on the Fan. God. All right, Hoff is scouring the stuff for the Justin Fields. This could be a really interesting day. We're inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. Our friends at Town Fair remind you that you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Let's get to you. How about Jamie in? God, why is this like this every day? What the heck happens here when I come in? It's totally different. Help me out, guys. Jamie, please. Thank you. Jamie's on the Fan. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, BT, how you doing, man?
Good.
All right. I was going to call yesterday. I got too busy. But the problem is Jason Dominguez hit a home run last night.
Yep.
Okay, great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Hit a home run. We were up 1-0. Okay? Jason Dominguez can't field the baseball.
No, he's a mess.
No.
He's a mess.
And he's either got to be a DH or I really don't think there's a spot for him on our team.
Might not be. Yeah.
If you look at his numbers with Trent Grisham, now you take that home run, we'll add that in.
Mm-hmm.
Grisham is the superior. He's got the superior numbers, and he's a Gold Glover.
Yes.
This guy, he could have a glove on each hand, and I don't think he could catch the ball.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to even give Dominguez the benefit of the doubt for that ball that went by him. And, you know, there is a bit of a different spin on the turf, but there's no way. You can't justify. First of all, I thought he was like slow and nonchalant and lazy going to get that ball. That just and isn't that a big part of the problem here when you really think about it, Jamie?
100%.
Like almost like the indifference to playing buttoned up, aggressive, locked in baseball. You are a kid who's trying to prove that you deserve to play every day, and you just lollipop over there and the ball skids by you. Take a seat.
The ball got by him, and then how about the throw back into the infield?
I know. You're right, dude.
And hey, I'm not going to just single him out. Volpe, you're right. He's a mess right now. But, you know, the other alternative we have is Peraza at short, and that's not going to get anything done.
Peraza.
Yeah, right. And, you know, hey, we're a mess right now. I'm a Yankee fan through and through, but we're a mess right now. And you're right. Cashman better put the pot of coffee on and work overtime right now until the 31st.
There you go. That's
right.
where we're at here, Jamie. Appreciate the call there, buddy. 888-808-1019. There's no doubt about it. I mean, and here's the thing, you like it, and I do. You can, and you're probably they're off today. He'll probably play tomorrow. Like, I'm not running Dominguez out in the outfield. I'm just not. I mean, he's going to sit in DH for a little bit and watch. I mean, it's just a mess out there. But like, even when you look to accentuate some of the positives here, like Grisham obviously is having a really good year. Not a perfect player, but he's making $5 million, and he's going to finish with 20-something bombs, and he looks like Ken Griffey Jr. out there half the time. I don't even know if he's on the team next year. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of issues, and yeah, you have to start at basic checkpoints. One would be Dominguez, you sit. Now, I love the way Ben Rice swings the bat. But at first base, I mean, whether it's trying to pick it the other night with Volpe's throwing the dirt, you got to make that. Now, I know it was a little bit of a short hop, which is different from the long hop. It's a little tougher. Make the play. Like, if you grow up and you're a catcher and there's a ball in the dirt, now you're playing first base, just scoop it up. And then last night, I don't know what he was doing. He couldn't get around the base runner. What was that on the play? Even when they make a great play, well, not great play. I mean, obviously, it was a good play. Jazz jumping up to snag that line drive. The throw to first base, and there was no need to even throw it. Like, Rice couldn't even, like, navigate the space. The runner's here. Oh, what do I do? What do you do? The ball's going to hit the hell is that thing where you put it? The tarp, basically. Going to bang off the tarp. God. And I'll tell you something else, like, I just had a laugh with Boone's ejection. Have you ever seen a more aggressive umpire than that? Is his name Sanchez? I mean, I got to be honest with you. I think Sanchez won that one. Now, Boone got booted, but like Sanchez, and then he waved him off like such a punk move. I hate when umpires make themselves the show. I'm not saying that umpires should just sit there, you know, and be like unintentionally spat upon and have somebody's nose right on your nose. And, you know, you have to remain all docile. I get that. You're a human being. But, I mean, that guy was as aggressive as it gets. And then, like, the little, get out of here, dude, you booted. Just last night, all around, was so gross. Danny's in Lodi, BT and Sound on the Fan. Danny, what's going on?
What's up, BT? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Last night was rock bottom for the Yankees. I'm done with them. It's error after error after error after error. I'm done. That's it. They got to make changes. And I feel like they refuse to make them. I just feel like they're like, you got to go get a third baseman. Vila shouldn't even be on the team. Volpe, I don't know what you do with him. And then, not for nothing, but the throw that Jazz made to first when Guerrero was on first, that was terrible. He had no play there. It was horrible. Last night, it was rock bottom, like you said, and I'm done.
Well, you're not done. I mean, let's not get nuts here. You're not done. If you mean you're done believing that this team can do anything, all right, I'm with you. You're not done. Yankees are off tonight. They play tomorrow. You'll watch them. Right?
No, I'm not. I shut them off last night.
Well, okay, but that's last night, what I'm saying. And now you'll turn it back on Friday. Come on, we know how this carousel of emotion works. That's why, like, I know, I was getting a little nutty with certain things, but again, I'm happy. Like, of all the emotions, it's also incredibly frustrating to watch clearly in real time. But, like, as the night progressed and as the season series with Toronto has progressed, and you go back to the comedy of errors in the Red Sox series, where it kind of really started, base running gaffes. Last night was just a reinforcement, I think, what we've all known, which is why you've never once, not once, zero, heard me say on the show or write on social media, I believe that this team could win the World Series. I've never once said that. So last night was a painful reminder as to why. And now you got a couple of days to rectify it. And now here's what's happening. And this is the other problem, too. Because the desperation that the Yankees will not have to operate with just based on being the Yankees and the payroll and the expectation and the pressure. You don't think other teams are now going to try to fleece the Yankees? And there will be so many, well, they always try to fleece the Yankees, but there will be so many other teams involved in chasing the same players, some of whom will be on Stearns' radar from a middle relief perspective. Maybe even Suarez. I saw something yesterday. I think it was Passan. I don't even know if that's the right move for the Mets, but Passan had them connected a little bit to Suarez at third base. We'll see. So the Yanks and the Mets are going from, you would think, for some of the same people, and so is Seattle, and so are several other teams. There's going to be a lot of activity, a lot of volatility on the trade market here. So if you have a comparable, think about this. If the Yankees give you, I'll just use easy like math and easy numbers. If the Yankees trade package for player X is, I don't know, 70 cents on the dollar, and Seattle's is in the very same neighborhood, mid-60s, high 60s. Basically comparable, right? Well, what you do is you already know you have a deal with somebody. You go to the Yankees, right? Because they've got, I don't know if they've got the appetite to do it, but they've got the resources to do it, to eat more money, and their prospects, at least their higher-level ones, and I'm not giving up Lombard, and I don't want to give up Jones or Schlittler either, but who the hell knows where this goes. But what you do is you go back to the Yankees, and you hold their feet to the fire. Oh, yeah, all right, you want to get out of this mess? Instead of 70 cents on the dollar, we now need $1.17 on the dollar. Now we're going to flip it, and we're going to take. We're going to take whatever we want. Oh, you can't do the deal, Cashman? All right, hey, Seattle, we got a deal for 68 cents on the dollar. Basically the same thing. This is the rough spot that they are in. Let me get Kenny in West Islip, BT and Sal on the Fan. Kenny, what's cooking?
BT, thanks for taking my call.
Okay. You're welcome.
I watched that game last night. I was cringing.
Ish.
There's a saying: defense wins games, offense sells tickets. Our defense yesterday was horrendous. First of all, we got people out of position. Why would you put Rice at first base during this is an important game? Wells is not catching. Dominguez can't catch in the left field.
Mm-hmm.
They got Judges at DH that game. Come on. What's he thinking?
Well, I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah, I didn't love the lineup again. I mean, Vivas, again, just get lost. I don't even know. I'm not always on the team, let alone playing in a pennant race here with these series, trying to rubber match. Last night was important. Like the symbolism of last night, not where it was like must win. Let's not get stupid. There's a lot of baseball to go. But, you won the night before in great fashion, great theater. Rice just mashes one. You take out Toronto's top closer, top relief pitcher. I thought there was real, grittiness. I thought, even though the Seattle comeback was sick, I thought it was the most meaningful, best win of the year. Now, some of you disagree. That's fine. But it's certainly up there. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. And then you come out, hey, Max Fried's on the bump. Come on. You've got your ace who's been. Let's face it, Max Fried was a whole lot better in April, May, and into early June than he's been lately. Not that he's been awful, but hasn't quite been Max Fried from early, where he was untouchable. So you were feeling good about yourselves. And not only do you lose, but you lose that way, rock bottom. And that's a good thing. 888-808-1019. It's BT and Sound on the Fan. Hoff, you got something? What's happening?
Just really quick, the Jets practice is over, and Aaron Glenn is supposed to speak very, very soon, so we'll get you updated with that ASAP.
Okay, great job. Yeah, I told you, Hoff's all over it. Anything with Justin Fields, trust me, as soon as I have to switch gears, I got it. I'm on it. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't feel good. You don't get carted off for a little cramp. But there you go. So Aaron Glenn's going to address the media. I just, I don't even want to speculate, but how do you not? You get carted. I just always think ruptured Achilles. I always think that. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully we get something good, but it sounds and it feels ominous. Oh, my God. All right, BT and Sal on the Fan.
Baseball or football, WFAN runs the city. Yankees bats, Mets heat, Giants defense, Jets dreams. It's all here every day. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet for just $467 a month and $1,777 down. Lease a brand new Traverse 4D Wagon LT with front-wheel drive for 36 months. Buying, enjoy 0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 29 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
Talk New York sports on the Fan.
Lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Puerto Rico. Discover the best mofongo, post that perfect sunset on La Isla, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per month with unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Puerto Rico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your New York Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
Just got my car right here at Dana Ford. Just got my car right here at Dana Ford.
Dana Ford Summer Sales Event. New 2025 Ford F-150 Crew Cab. Lease $349 a month, 36 months, 0 security, $52.59 due at signing. Includes 2-year complimentary maintenance. Details at DanaFordDeals.com. Dana Ford, Staten Island.
With approved credit, dealer retains Ford rebates. Expires 7/31/25.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Yeah, very complicated these days, and it could get a little more dark around here. Aaron Glenn and the Jets practice early. As get ready to speak to the media, Hoff and Dove were all over that, and the big topic today, Justin Fields carted off the field. X amount of time into practice, obviously doesn't look good, doesn't feel right. We'll see. So, the Jets season pretty much could be over. I mean, really, if you think about it. I mean, we didn't really know what we're going to get out of it with Justin Fields, although I was excited. I'm just going to save it. I'm not even going to react. I'm not even going to think, even though I do feel very worried, like many of you. I was like, all right, Jets are going to run the ball this year. Run the ball. And I was looking forward to watching Justin Fields play. Young, dynamic, mid-20s. Maybe we get a Hail Mary break, but I don't feel that. But anyway, once Glenn lets us know what's going on, Hoff's on it, we'll just spin it right back around. We'll play it for you. BT and Sal back here on the Fan. 888-808-1019. Back to the Yankee calls. And more good news with the Yankees. What do you got there, Hoff?
Okay, so we have our first Rich Samini. Fields suffered a toe injury on right foot per Glenn.
Nice.
No word on severity.
Here we go. See, it pays to be optimistic. If this was somebody else, Beningo, I love you, Joe. Joe would have said absolutely, he's 100% out. It's done. We're cursed, No. Maybe we get a little gift from them. What do you have? Another one that contradicts
I have
the
more. They said they should be sewing his toe back on within the next couple hours. No, but they did say Glenn believes someone stepped on Fields' toe.
Here we go.
He did not specify which toe. He did not say whether Fields will have an MRI. So,
you know what? I don't care which toe. And I don't care if it was the kicker or a behemoth lineman who stepped on his toe. As long as that ruptured Achilles or that Achilles did not run up like a lampshade to his calf, and based on what Aaron just said, it did not, I can deal with anything else. Now, okay, listen, I mean, I'm not saying he's Joe Namath or, Aaron Rodgers in his, in his Packer days here, but let's face it, if the Jets were going to do anything this year, they're going to have to run the ball a lot with him. So, I mean, listen, a nail could have come off. Who the heck knows? He could have broken a foot. I don't know. But Lindor's got a broken toe. He's playing. Not well, although yesterday finally snapped out of it. Good to see. Good job by the Mets as well. We'll get to them later, too. BT and Sal here. Sal is off back Monday. I got to tell you, I mean, Hoff, just help me out for 1 second, because I'm in the midst of, obviously, this Yankee venom, although I view it, once I spew the venom from the disgraceful stuff we had to watch last night, I feel good about this because I believe it's absolutely rock bottom, which will serve as the impetus for the Yankees to know that they've got to go bonkers within the next 5 or 6 days. But am I reading the fields? I want to make sure I'm not missing. Do you think I'm reading this right? It's fairly optimistic.
It's very optimistic.
Okay.
I mean, it's a toe injury here. We're not talking about his ankle maybe shattered. No, it's a toe. Okay. Let's relax.
Well, then why'd they cart him off the field if it's a toe?
Well, again, the initial reports were he was limping, and then they carted him off later on.
Oh, just to make it easier for him a little bit.
I guess so. But you know what? There's got to be a better way to signal the media, hey boys, it's no big deal.
Yeah, no kidding. I understand that you want to keep the injury information pretty close to the vest. You could have put this fire out 37 freaking minutes ago. Thank you, Huff. 888-808-1019. Let me get Rob in Westchester back to the Yankees. Rob, what's going on?
Hey, BT, former Marist alumni here. What's going on, buddy? Listen, I wanted to tell the Yankee fans, you guys are way too out of control. I understand you're upset. I'm a Mets fan. You're whining, you're crying. I get it. Baseball is a game of runs, guys. Listen, what happens to the Yankees almost every year in the first couple months? They're on fire. They can't lose. We're talking World Series. And then what happens in the second half? People go cold. Listen.
Yeah, but hold on. Rob, wait. I'll let you finish, but you're leaving out one very important component. What happens in October? They don't win the World Series anymore.
I completely agree. And I think the person to blame for that is the person that's creating a team every year where you have people on base. You have heavy power, heavy OPS. There's too much with the OPS nowadays. If you notice, look at the Blue Jays right now. Look how many guys can get on base for hits.
Yeah.
Not just home runs. So you got to look at Cashman for that. My point is, BT, and I'll go, is I wouldn't be surprised if I'm a Yankee fan, and I'm going to end on this.
Good.
You're never as bad, guys, as you are when you're at your worst. And the Blue Jays are certainly not this good at their best right now. It's not going to stay this way, right, guys?
Listen, I'm going to push back and say that it very well might stay this way in terms of the standings. Yeah, I understand Toronto's not perfect, and Vladdy's got, I think, less than 50 RBIs, and, he's had a good season, not an amazing season, and they have not won forever, but watch these two teams on the field. You tell me which team you've got more confidence in to catch the baseball, to run the bases properly in October. Toronto's not scared of the Yankees, and why the hell would they be? Just put the ball in play, make the Yankees feel some stress, speed the Yankees up, and, what happens is last night. Now, think about this, too. So I had Susan on the show yesterday. She was great, all right? Free Odyssey app if you guys missed it. 1 o'clock hour, Susan Waltman was with a good 25 minutes. Touched the Jeter old-timer stuff, Schlittler, the prospects, third base, trade, everything, right? And we were talking about the 2000 team and then obviously branched into the 2009 team, which is the last time the Yankees won the World Series. And I know you know this, but you just need to hear this. Just listen to this. How does this hit you? How does this resonate? First base, Mark Teixeira. Second base, Robbie Cano. Shortstop, Derek Jeter. Third base, Alex Rodriguez. First base, Ben Rice. Second base, Jazz. We like Jazz. I mean, we like them all. Just wish they were better. Shortstop, Volpe. Third base, throw a dart. And no matter what dart you choose or how many times you throw it, it's not even close to a bullseye. Just think about that. Yes.
I actually have Aaron Glenn speaking about the toe, if you'd like to hear.
I would love to hear it. Good job. Hoff is hustling today. Let's go. Yes.
Justin went down with toe in the right side of his foot. Listen, I don't know the severity of the injury, but I do know it's a toe on his right side. And listen, we have an outstanding backup in Tyrod, who's been in this league for around 14 years. So the leadership that he brings, listen, we're all good. We're all good. So
that's my coach. That's my man right there, stabilizing. Our boy AG, a little Parcells in him. Next man up. All right, yeah, so that's obviously good news. It could have been catastrophic. I mean, again, you get carted off the field, you think, what happened? The rupture his patella, rupture his Achilles. Like, what happened? Did the hamstring rip off the bone? Somebody stepped on his toe. And I'm not trying to minimize that. I mean, Those are big dudes with cleats and angles, and there's so many little tiny bones in the fingers and the feet. I believe it's the phalanges. Does that sound right, Dove? The phalanges, PH, not F. Kind of like Fish, the music group, who I hate. Are the phalanges in the fingers or the toes? I thought it was the toes. I could be wrong. Either way, it's good news, but I'll tell you what, and this is no disrespect because he's a hell of a pro, and I've got great respect for him. I don't want to watch Tyrod Taylor play football this year. I just don't. It's both. So the phalanges, PH, right? Correct? There you go. Are both in the fingers and the toes. So maybe he bruised a couple of phalanges. There you go. 888-808-1019 is up. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me put Craig on hold here. Half had something else as I was going to it.
No, well, we got more Glenn. Why don't we listen to more Aaron Glenn?
Hit me up. Let's go.
You know what? I really have to look at the tape. I know it's a quick throw. I'm assuming someone stepped on his toe. It had to be because of the nature of the call that we had as far as offensive play call. So, again, I want to look at the tape and be sure.
I'm assuming it's the big toe.
I can't say that. I just know it's the toe on the right side.
He's going for an MRI, I would assume?
Well, I'm going to let the doctor get ready to tell me that right after I get ready to leave here.
There you go. But why would you assume it's the big toe? I mean, what's an interesting assumption? Why? Like, why? I don't understand. I wouldn't.
Well, that's the biggest one to step on. I mean, what about the pinky?
Well, I mean, the highest percentage. Yeah, I mean, the Vegas odds. If you're going to be if you're stepping on toes, you're going to step on. What's the big toe? Like minus 190, and what's the little toe? Plus 210.
Personally speaking, I thought the left side would have been more easier to step on than the right side too. So I don't know. I'm confused by this whole situation.
It depends. If somebody's coming around the edge, it might be the back foot. Think about what's exposed. If somebody's coming up the gut through the A gap, might be the front toe. Here's the other thing. Good job with that, Hoff. The other thing, too, is, again, he's not missing the season, clearly. But let me just temper the enthusiasm without trying to be that guy. I've got to incorporate this because I think this is really important. I sat here all summer, and I'm saying, I can't wait to watch the Jets run the football. He is a runner, okay? And, yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to miss much time. But if that toe is a chronic issue all year, I'm not saying that it will be. I'm saying if, just kind of hit this from all angles here. So he's not out for the season, but to say that it's at all, but to say that it's just, that's no big deal, I don't know that I'm going to quite say that either. I'm not trying to sound the bell unnecessarily, but if your game is built on speed and quick stops and bursts and change of directions and you got a toe issue, that could linger. So at least incorporate that into your thought process. BT and Sal, Brandon, Tierney, Sal, Licata Show. 888-808-1019 is the number. Get back to these Yankee calls. Obviously, if you want to react to the field stuff, we'll throw the Mets on the table. Good win yesterday. They sweep the Angels. BT and Sal on the Fan.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan. 101.9 FM.
I played for 3 ownership groups. Leon Hess here in New York, who I absolutely respected and admired.
Yeah.
Because of the way he treated my dad. Mm-hmm. My dad and he were World War II vets. And I have such great memories of that kind of relationship that made me want to play hard for Leon
Listen
Hess.
to Boomer and Gio on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. 45-year-old, 7-time Grand Slam winner Venus Williams played her first official match in 709 days and beat Peyton Stearns. Now, Stearns is ranked number 35, 6'3", 6'4" on Tuesday to earn a wild card entry into next month's Cincinnati Open. Beyond that is the U.S. Open. But let's not jump ahead of ourselves just yet. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
Luxury just got tripled with Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Union, and Freehold, New Jersey. 3 powerhouse locations, 1 legendary name. Ray Katina. More selection, more convenience, and more ways to drive excellence. Experience the power of 3. Visit BenzFam.com.
Hey, baseball fans, go yard with BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. All season long, BetMGM is offering top odds on your favorite home run bets. Fast and convenient ways to play same-game parlays, special boost and tokens, and so much more. With BetMGM, you can be part of every diving catch, every double play, every strikeout, and every home run from your favorite teams and players. And from the first pitch to the game-winning fireworks, there are more ways than ever to supercharge your excitement. Whether you want to combine multiple bets for a chance at a bigger payout or place live bets as the game unfolds, BetMGM, the best place to bet long ball, has all the home run betting options you need. Download the BetMGM app, sign up, and get your piece of MLB action. BetMGM is an official partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. First bet offers for new customers only. All other promotions for existing customers. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
No matter what you drive, having the right tire matters. So take control with a new set of Bridgestone tires from Town Fair Tire. You'll choose from the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires, and you'll get the Bridgestone tire you need at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services than all other tire dealers, clubs, or online sites. Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We've got more sports talk coming up on The Fan.
With so many options, choosing the right funding solution for your small business can be confusing and complicated. LendSeek makes it easy. Our AI platform instantly matches your business with over 100 funders to find the perfect fit up to $1 million in as fast as 24 hours. Recently, a business owner needed $100,000 that same day to beat new tariff pricing and avoid a 3-week shipping delay. LendSeek got him funded in just 2 hours. He locked in pre-tariff pricing, kept shelves stocked, and steered clear of the storm. And because LendSeek continually evaluates new funding options for your changing needs, it's easy to see why 90% of our clients come back for additional funding. If you've been in business at least 2 years with annual revenue of at least $500,000, qualifying is easy, with no collateral, no out-of-pocket costs, and no hassle. LendSeek is open for business. Apply now with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. LENDSEEK.com. LendSeek. You seek, we lend.
Tune in to the BT and Sal Show weekdays from 10 to 2 on The Fan, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac is the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets.
Recovering from an addiction is an individual accomplishment. A young mother who chose recovery to care for her family. A high school athlete overcoming opioid addiction. A couple celebrating his recovery. Everyone's recovery is different, and there's no shame in asking for help. Call 844-REACH-NJ. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the recovery option that's best for you. Tell us your story, and let's begin your recovery today.
Kohl's friends and family, listen up, because this one's for you. Right now, you can take an extra 20% off during the Friends and Family sale. Save on summer must-haves for your home. Comfy everyday outfits for your family. Smart favorites for back to school, and so much more. Yep, it's your time to save. Shop Kohl's Friends and Family sale today. Select styles. Offer ends July 27th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This is Sal Licata. If you live in New Jersey, your electricity rates are going up again. If your current cooling system is over 15 years old, get ahead of that rate increase now with a new high-efficiency Carrier AC system. There's only one company to call. It's my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts for decades. Take it from me. You'll save money and stay cooler. These guys are experts. Contact my friends now at EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on The Fan. 10:44 on this Thursday. Have fun finding this turning point. It's time for that. The Wendy's Yankees turning point of the game contest. Wendy's, the official hamburger of the New York Yankees. First one to identify last night's gut-wrenching turning point. Give us a buzz at 866-540-WFAN. That's 866-540-9326. And you'll receive 2 pairs of tickets to an upcoming 2025 Yanks regular season game. It's all from your flagship station for New York Yankees baseball, The Fan. All right, 10:45 on the button. It's BT and Sal here. Sal is off, back together on Monday. A little Mets later. You have to take it as good news. Obviously, we're on top of the Justin Fields stuff. Hoff and Dove diving into all the press conference stuff, all the tweets. So we just played some of the Aaron Glenn sound before, and it's a toe. Who knows what it means? Obviously, a lot better than patella tendon or an Achilles. You got to take it as a lot of good news there. But it also does remind you, and you don't get this with any other sport, the fragility of training camp and, the tension that you go through. Listen, it could have easily been Justin today. Not that Justin's a top 10 quarterback, although I am intrigued to watch him play. But I promise you, some radio host in some market in America at some point over the next month is going to be on the air, and there's going to be the alert, the Schefters, whomever, so-and-so carted off the field, worst case scenario, feared, torn Achilles, blah, 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 and then you get the confirmation, out for the year. And it completely changes the dynamics of that team season. That is football, and that sucks. And it looks like we, at least for now, averted one of those disastrous bullets. And maybe maybe this is the starting point. You want to spin it positively here? First positive is not out for the year. And the next positive here is, Aaron Glenn comes in, and instead of, going down and getting carted off and not coming back this season, maybe he's back in a week or so. Maybe he's back in a couple of days. Maybe it's the luck of AG that's going to at least change this, the profile of this sad sack, program. I don't need to lay it on too thick. You guys know where we stand with the Jets. The Yankees, well, here's where I stand with the Yankees very briefly before I get back to these calls here. Rock bottom last night, absolutely unacceptably gross. It was so far below the most basic level of acceptance for a major league professional baseball player defensively. And last night was not the first time we saw that. They've had errors every game this series. They could have had 5 last night. I honestly thought Vivas should have made that play. So it doesn't even matter at this point whether it's 4, whether it's 2 or 3 or 4. It's the same thing. This isn't, this is not Little League here. Just the Yankees, to me, they had to. If they didn't receive it before last night, all right, they have to know now we are broken in some spots that we must repair. And I'll tell you this, of course, Suarez's bat, he's red hot, and he could come here and hit 13 home runs in 2 months and hit a bomb in the World Series or ALCS. Of course, he's a home run hitter, right? And he could really change the profile of this team. But, the more you watch last night and the more you watch this series and the previous series against Toronto, when they lost 4 straight, and the series up in Boston, whatever it was, a month and a half or so ago, forget the exact date. They made just a ton of mistakes there on the bases. Remember that? Dominguez, et cetera. I think that somebody like Suarez, to me, is just less appealing. I mean, if we're going to look at somebody who you hope is going to hit home runs, I'd rather go and get Ryan McMahon. Yeah, I'm going to hope that he hits home runs, but I'm not going to have to hope that he makes a basic play at third base. I know Ryan McMahon's an elite fielder. I know that. The numbers back it up. Everybody knows that. Now, Colorado, thin air, hitting 2-0, whatever, strikes out a lot. Well, so does Suarez. I get it. But maybe you just put him in Yankee Stadium. He gets hot. At least he's going to catch the ball. That's my point. Any move that should be made, it should not be with the intention of just a sole focus on, okay, this guy's going to hit 5th and protect, this guy and this guy. He's got to be able to play October type of baseball. And Suarez does not. He doesn't. All right, let me get Craig in New Haven, BT and Sal on the Fan. What's up, Craig?
How you doing, BT?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So I got an opinion on Volpe, but just real quick, Trent Grisham, he's like the kind of guy that I think every team needs to win a World Series. He's like a role player. I think he's great, and I wish he was on my team. So you guys were talking about him earlier. I think he's a perfect piece if you want to win a World Series.
I love him. I love what he does, especially when you know that he's making $5 million and he's
he's a role player, and I think he's just they don't talk about him enough. But anyways, so the thing with Volpe is, so I'm a Red Sox fan, but I watch the Yankees and the Mets. I'm in Central Connecticut, so I'm not a hater, man. I watch all the teams. I love baseball.
Okay,
but I think the thing with Volpe is, he reminds me of a couple of guys in the 80s from the Red Sox, Marty Barrett and Jody Reed. You probably remember those guys.
I know, of course. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I think once the Yankees start realizing that he's more of maybe like a 7 or an 8 man, and, he's not going to be a superstar, I think the sooner the Yankees can start building around that. I think what they're trying to do is build around him at shortstop, and I don't think that's where he belongs. I think he belongs at second base at some point, maybe not this year, but next year. And I don't think he's ever going to be the hitter that they also think he's going to be. I think that's what's kind of holding the Yankees up as well, and I think he's starting to feel that pressure.
Yeah.
But he just reminds me of a guy like he's going to be a solid second baseman, Gold Glover, but I don't think he's going to be the hitter that the Yankees really think he's going to be, and I think that's what's just holding up the development of the entire team.
Correct. Well, you lost me there. I don't think that Volpe's rough year is holding up the development of the entire team. I do agree with the other stuff there. He might be a second baseman. Now, if we ever get to that point, based on his first-round status and that he's from here, maybe Volpe is on a different team playing second base. And I hope not. I hope he's here for a long time. And I'm rooting for him, still believe in him. Not as much as I did the day that he was drafted, obviously, because we're now 2 3/4 of the way in, and there's a lot of problems with his game. We know that. So I do think he profiles probably more as a second baseman. I don't think that his lack of development's like killing he's not the only problem. Now, right now he's less of a solution than he is a problem. And that in itself inherently is a problem when you're a first-round pick. But the other thing that I said the other day, too, is, hey, guys, let's just call for what it is. With all due respect, he may have just been overdrafted. Let me get John in Pittsburgh, BT and Sal on the Fan. What's up, John? Free Odyssey app.
Hey, BT, good morning, man. Hope you're doing all right. Two really quick points and questions for the Yankees and the Jets, as I'm fans of both teams. Obviously, Rodon and Fried, I'm big fans of them, but they've had really down months. I think I saw in the last 8 starts for Rodon, they've lost 6 of those games. And Fried, like you mentioned, had a really, really tough last month. My question about the Yankees is Peraza the worst Yankee that you can think of in recent memory?
No. I think Vivas might be. Right next to him. I don't know.
And my question for you about the Jets piece, just a toe injury, but as you know in football, these toe injuries linger. And when you got a running quarterback, and that's the best thing he can do. I live here in Pittsburgh. I'm a Jets fan. Born and raised in the East Coast, but my wife's family's got season tickets for the Steelers, so I've actually seen Fields play in the last 2 years. The best part of his game is the run game, obviously. If that's going to be lingering.
By far.
He is just like every other Jets quarterback. Holds on to the ball too long.
I know.
Makes really, really bad decisions.
Yeah.
I know you're optimistic, like we all are, but I'm numb to it at this point after 40 years. Listen, this team is heading towards the number 1 overall pick, but they'll screw that up.
They'll
win like 1 or 2 too many
John,
games.
hold on, John.
They'll take a tight end with the 4th overall pick next year.
I don't think anything's possible, although they just took a tight end and they got him signed. So I don't look at, and there's been many Jet teams where I have looked at all right, who picking first, picking second, what quarterback's coming out. I don't look at this collection of Jets from a talent perspective as a team that's going to be vying for the first pick. And if so, it's just a disaster of a season. I think the Jets actually have a lot of talent.
I know, but you just heard what Coach Glenn just said. He was just hyping up Tyrod. So as much as we think this is going to be a minor thing, it's the Jets. We're not lucky enough for this, guys. This is like Fields getting hurt in the first practice with no pad is like the second. It might be one of the most Jets things ever. All right. Thanks a lot, Pete.
All right, John. Yeah, I mean, geez, I wish he was wrong with most of that stuff. But I can't, it's funny. I was going to say, I can't really, how do you disagree? Except the part about the first overall pick. Like, the Jets' own line is much better than it used to be. The defense is obviously, they've got a lot of weapons. Garrett Wilson's a stud, different coaches, special teams should be better, fewer penalties, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to convince myself, Dovey. It's going to be a fun fall. Yep. And there's a ground ball that whoever's playing third base boots it, and the Guardians push another run across, or whomever it is, And Tyrod Taylor flush from the pocket. Ugh, I can't look at that kind of fall. All right, 888-808-1019. It's BT and Sal here. Brandon, Tierney, Sal, Licata Show. Throw a little Met stuff on the table next hour. The Yankee mess, the Fields, at least for now, seemingly staving off some disaster. BT and Sal on the Fan.
The Yankees are back in the Bronx, taking on the Phillies. 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. God, it's a home run.
Driven by Jeep.
That was an extraordinary play.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play on the Fan. Woo! 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, Yankees fans, arrive early at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, August 9th for our Old Timers Day, commemorating the 25th anniversary of the 2000 Yankees winning the Subway Series, presented by Fresh Direct. See Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. Get your Saturday, August 9th Old Timers Day tickets commemorating the 25th anniversary of the 2000 Yankees, presented by Fresh Direct at yankees.com/tickets today.
Zip, zero, zilch. That's all it takes to drive at Sansone Auto Mall, Woodbridge, New Jersey. 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, 0% financing, 3,000 vehicles. Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, Jeep, even Toyota. Exclusively at the giant Sansone Auto Mall, Route 1, Woodbridge, New Jersey. There's 0 time to waste. On select vehicles with approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See dealer for details.
I'm Attorney General Matt Platkin.
I'm PBA President Peter Andreev.
Your actions behind the wheel matter. Follow the move over law. Slow down and switch lanes when possible for emergency vehicles.
It's simple. It's safe. It's your responsibility.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Hi, we're Wren Kitchens. In our 50-year history, we've made and installed millions of quality kitchens. And now you can find us at the Home Depot across the tri-state area. With thousands of styles and colors to choose from, we offer a free home measurement service and expert design consultation. All of our kitchens are made in the U.S. and delivered directly to you and installed by our specialist fitters. We cut out the middleman to save you money. And with our flexible financing, you can spread the cost over 7 years. Come down to Wren Kitchens at the Home Depot now. Finance subject to credit approval. Offers may change. See website for more details.
Getting engaged will be one of the most exciting times of your life, and the winning team at London Jewelers is there to help you pop the big question. They have the cutting-edge technology and trained professionals at London Jewelers to help you select a ring from their beautiful 2x London collection, or even design the absolute perfect ring to fit within everyone's budget. So whether you're starting out or starting over, why not let the engagement experts at London Jewelers help you out? You could visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations, including the Americana Manhasset and the Ball at Short Hills.
Luxury just got tripled with Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Union, and Freehold, New Jersey. 3 powerhouse locations, 1 legendary name, Ray Katina. More selection, more convenience, and more ways to drive excellence. Experience the power of 3. Visit BenzFam.com.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly fly with super fast 5G and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total wireless in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
We're talking New York sports. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. WFAN Sports Flash.
This report brought to you by Licata. Experience the power of 3. Visit bensfam.com. We heard from Jets head coach Aaron Glenn a short time ago explaining the Justin Fields injury at practice this morning.
Justin went down with toe in the right side of his foot. Listen, I don't know the severity of the injury, but I do know it's a toe on his right side. And listen, we have an outstanding backup in Tyrod, who's been in this league for around 14 years. So the leadership that he brings, listen, we're all good.
Glenn referencing Tyrod, that's their backup quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. Reports saying the toe is not broken. The Yankees and Mets have a day off for the Yankees. They can gather themselves before they start a series with the Phillies tomorrow night. Yankees lost to the Blue Jays 8-4 in Toronto last night, a night in which they committed 4 errors. Sloppy for sure. They now trail Toronto by 4 games atop the AL East. Meantime, the Mets headed west. They will take on the Giants in San Francisco tomorrow night. This after sweeping the Angels, winning 6-3 on Wednesday. Mets now lead the Phillies by a half game atop the NL East as Philadelphia dropped the game on Wednesday. This report brought to you by the Division of Highway Traffic Safety. It's 80 in Central Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Jerry Recco on WFAN, now streaming our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Catch all the play-by-play with Susan Waldman and Dave Sims, the home of Yankees radio, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
South Show brought to you by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the victorious New York Mets. Coming off a little sweep, got the broom there. Trout, the home run, touched up Manaea early. And, the Mets responded nicely. Good to see Pete do a little damage there. It's funny, I was watching Pete. Did I catch it live or was it on Sports? It may have been on Sports Night. And he was being asked by Gelbs about the home run. Obviously a big shot. And I actually really like Pete's answer. He's like, very humble. Yeah, it was great and nice to finally get one, whatever he said. And then he said, I actually like the base hit the other way better. And, if you think about, and Lindor's a separate story with the injury and the funk here, but with Pete and his approach, one of the reasons really since he took Devin Williams deep in October against the Brewers going the other way and then played well against the Phillies in terms of power, the start to the season, why I thought that it was certainly sustainable, and not that I thought he was going to hit 330 like he was for a while, but why I was, on the Alonso train in terms of getting some MVP votes here, top 3, which is what I said. I don't know if I quite feel the same way now, to be fair, but I did think that this tweak in his approach, kind of going to right center, which had really disappeared from his game for a while, which to me was not a coincidence, coinciding with from when he was a 270 hitter early to the 212 and the 230 or the 240 and just a different type of hitter. So that he spoke about that tells me he's focused on it. And it's so easy to say, just hit it the other, come on, hit it the other way. What are you doing? It's not easy when this ball's blasting by you and moving, dropping. It's just hard. And was it the game before? I think it was, because yesterday was the day game. Yeah, so it would have been Tuesday night. One of his at-bats, and I think it was, listen, there's so much baseball, I feel like it all kind of blends together. I've said that before. But one of his at-bats, it was back-to-back sliders or something with a wrinkle. And there were 2 very awkward swings. And I'm like, ooh, but you can tell that even then, even with a strikeout, that Pete was trying to go to right field, trying to let it travel deep. And when Pete does that, Pete usually gets on a tear. So we'll see where this, takes the Mets here. 3 wins, you bag them, you feel good about it. And, you feel great for Lindor. The first one, a little bloop, kind of dropped in a left center field. God, did he need that. And the Mets right now, again, not perfect. Still need a bat, in my opinion. I've said that. But you just deposit the wins, and you keep trudging forward here. All right, BT and Sal here. 888-808-1019. John is in Bayonne, New Jersey on the Fan. Back to the Yankees. What's up, John?
BT, it's disgusting, this team. And look at it, okay? I don't want Suarez. I'm going to tell you right now, we had Oswald Cabrera playing third base. We had a great record. Hope he didn't have errors. We just need a steady third baseman, okay? We need Dominguez in center field, Bellinger in left field, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Make some trades with some of the guys that are going free agent, Grisham, try to get rid of Stanton, try to get rid of Goldschmidt. And let's build the teams like we used to do with the Yankees, because when it came down to it wasn't the superstars. We worked within a system, and we didn't get somebody that was better than Judge, which he did that to Jeter, Cashman. And Jeter will never forget that by getting A-Rod and say, put A-Rod second base, shortstop. No, he didn't need a shortstop. We have the best shortstop in the American League.
No. Well, hold on. No, the best shortstop in the American League back then was Alex. Alex was always better than Derek. Let's not get this twisted. Derek's ego might be bruised, and that's fine. And Derek Jeter's a great player and an old-timer and a great Yankee. And I know there's steroids and there's cheating with A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, from a baseball perspective, couldn't shine A-Rod's shoes. Not enough people say it. It's not even close.
BT, come on, really?
Come on, what?
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
What?
The greatest shortstop the Yankees ever had. A-Rod stunk. He was on June.
But it doesn't mean just because John, let's flush through this, man.
Yes.
I respect that you disagree. I'm sure others do as well.
Yes.
Just because Derek's the greatest Yankee shortstop of all time, which he is, obviously better than Rizzuto, doesn't mean that he's better than A-Rod.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Okay. How many World Series rings has A-Rod got?
Okay. Do the Yankees? Hold on. I know. Hold on. Do the Yankees win the 2009 World Series without A-Rod? Now, they don't win it without Matsui as well. They don't win it without A-Rod. A-Rod was better than Derek Jeter. Stop.
And they won't win nothing with A-Rod. He sucked.
A-Rod sucked?
Yes.
John.
He was on June.
Okay.
He was on June.
All right. So was Giambi. Allegedly. Let me throw in the alleged. Okay. So was Clemens, allegedly.
Yes. And guess what, though?
What?
I don't respect them players.
Yeah, but hold on a sec, John. Saying that you don't respect them, and there's elements of how A-Rod comported himself that I don't respect either. But you're saying 3 or 4 different things. He cheated, you don't respect him. That's fine. I agree. But you got to separate from the baseball. Alex Rodriguez was the superior player. Stop wasting my time with this. John, come back to earth.
BT, wait a minute. Let me put the thing in perspective of baseball, okay? If you're doing juice or you're doing something to cheat in the game, that doesn't make you better than Jeter. Jeter was pure, okay? Okay?
Well,
Mickey Mantle, he was a super, he was pure, stuff like that. Come on. That's enhancing the game.
Let me ask you a question. No, John, I'm going to always side with people who do it the right way. Fundamentally,
right.
And no question, man. So I'm not even trying to have that battle with you. And A-Rod was corny sometimes, and A-Rod was egotistical and just he bothered me. But if you go to some sort of a workout, and there's 100 guys there, right? 1,000 guys there. And the 2 best players are Alex Rodriguez and Derek Jeter. And you don't know about the steroids or the some of the odd things that A-Rod did. You don't know about who are you taking? I'm taking A-Rod every single day. Not even close.
And guess what? I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree with you there. Okay?
Well,
guess
that's
what?
all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, listen, this is what I'm saying, okay?
I got you.
If he wasn't caught with the steroids and he kept this game the way it should have been, I would have said he was better than it. Look, what about Nomar whatever's his name? He was a shortstop too.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I do. John, good call. I enjoy the back and forth. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Miguel Tejada won an MVP. And this is not to besmirch the career of Derek. Derek was as clutch I don't think he should have been playing shortstop the last couple of years, and I think his ego got in the way, and I actually think that Cashman was kind of right when he said, go see what's out there. I think that Derek was not able to process where he was as a player at that point. But the truth of the matter is, and this was really the origin of the rift between Derek and A-Rod back in the Esquire magazine. I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but it was along the lines of, when you get ready to play the Yankees, you don't worry about Derek Jeter beating you. You worry about, like, Tino. I think I think he threw maybe O'Neill or Bernie. And you know what? You know why that bothered Derek so much? Because it was true. Because it was true. And let me get Dan in Bayshore back to the Jet stuff. Danny, what's happening? Dan.
Hey, how you doing, Tug? Thanks for having me on.
Yep.
So the narrative has changed subtly since I've been called. I was originally calling about Justin Fields being carted off the field, which sounded basically like a disaster to me.
It did.
Because I'd finally, after all these years, I've kind of stepped away from the Jets. I had to put them in the background because they're just a clown show, and I don't like clown shows. But I'm still a Jet fan. Listen, BT, I was 7 years old. The biggest mistake I ever made in my life was turning on the TV and watching Ken O'Brien chuck 2 huge deep passes to Al Toon and take it to the house. And I was hooked. Yeah. And it was the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. But nevertheless, I'm glad that he seems to be in a better shape than...
You drop it out there. Yeah, I mean, we all have some regret when it comes to, those of us who decided to go with the green back in the day instead of the blue. Not that the blue has been much more fruitful lately, but, I mean, I do wonder about that. And I admit it. Like, it's funny. You think about the different fan bases. Like, the Yankee-Met thing is totally different than anything here. And it's only amplified because of Soto, right? Now, I'm not a Met hater. Some of you think that I am, whatever. I can't change your mind. I'm not even going to try. I think I'm pretty balanced with the Mets. I watch the Mets every night. I like their broadcasters. I like SNY. You'd think that I hate on them. I don't know what to tell you. But, like, the Jet-Giant thing, to me, I mean, I have never pulled any punches when it comes to, from a Jet fan perspective. I'll tell you exactly what I'm feeling. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the Giants fans. Like, I'm jealous of the culture. Now, the culture's eroded, and it's not quite the same, and they've kind of become the Jets with the constant reshuffling, new GM, new coach, quarterback. But just in terms of the stability, like that 40-year stability and 4 championships, my God. And, quarterbacks that have been there for a long time. Yeah, I mean, it's everything that I wish that I had. I admit it. Neil's up in the Bronx. What up, Neil?
Hey, what up, BT? Thanks for the call. Hey, BT, quick question on Cashman. What would you grade this guy with the standard the Yankees set for themselves, or used to set for themselves every year, World Series or bust? Mm-hmm. That since the 2009 World Series, they would have been on a 16-year drought, even before getting to the World Series, let alone win another one.
Yeah.
Win another one.
I know,
I mean, what is this loyalty Hal has with this man?
Don't know. I just think, listen, Hal's obviously different than George. I mean, if I was Hal, I'd be putting a verbal boot in Cashman's ass. I would have let it rip last night.
Big time. Big time. They can't even play clean, fundamental baseball on the field.
I know, man. I know.
Why isn't the fans know where the issue and the problem is? And Cashman, I'm pretty sure he's listening to this noise because we sounded like a broken record. We talk about this almost every day.
We do.
Why doesn't he correct it? He needs to correct this thing.
Neil, that honestly that's really the fundamental money question when it comes down to the Yankees, if you really think about it. And there's so many trapdoors and so many avenues and different conversations to have and continue to have, and it's exhausting, but it is what it is. Everybody's invested, so we keep talking about it. But really, that's the essence of what the heck is wrong with the Yankees. If we know what's wrong, how does Cashman not fix it? Anybody have an answer? I'm just asking the question. There's no way to have the answer. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Generally, when I ask a question or somebody else, like the caller brought that up, great question, Neil. But like when I try to come with solutions with certain things that are, well, with everything, but certainly things that are really important, paramount to our teams, like, back in the day, why can't Dolan get the Knicks right? Like, I try to come with solutions rather than just screaming and ranting and raving, which, as I told you many times, is still very fun to do here and there. I enjoy that aspect of radio. I do. I always will. But I don't know how we can say what we say. And we could question what we question for as long as we've questioned it. And it's still not be corrected. Neil, I wish I had the answer for you. I don't. Kelly, Long Island, BT and Sound on the Fan. What's going on, Kel?
Hey, guys. Great show. I think I have the solution here, believe it or not. And the solution is very simple. I know it's not going to happen, but Aaron Boone has to go. The only time you see Aaron Boone getting mad is at the home plate umpire for balls and strikes. He doesn't get involved with his players getting on them. He should have sent Volpe down to AAA about 3 weeks ago.
Well, that's not a Boone decision, though, just to be fair. That's an organizational thing. Keep going.
Well, excuse me.
That's all
right. What do you mean? Whoa. What do you mean? Are you talking about analytics, or you're talking about the manager of the team?
No. Hold on a second. You just said send them down, and I'm telling you that that's not Boone's job. That's Cashman's.
No. Yeah, I think you got things backwards here.
What are you talking about, dude?
I know what I'm talking about. I played Major League Baseball.
I'm not saying you don't know the game, Kelly.
You're saying to me Aaron Boone cannot make that decision?
No.
He goes to Brian Cashman and says, I think it's time. The guy's left over 200 guys on bases. He's not hitting.
Mm-hmm.
What about Alvarez with the Mets? They sent him down, okay? He got a reawakening.
No, I know. I know, and I listen. I applaud the Mets for doing that. What I am telling you, yes, I am saying that if Aaron Boone called Cashman and said send down Volpe, Cashman's not doing it. It's higher than Boone. How do you not see that? Especially since you played.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Kelly, I'm not trying to fight with you here. You sound like a good guy.
No, I'm not trying to fight with you either.
How do you not understand? It's a basic concept.
Aaron Boone runs the team. He's the manager. Cashman's in the front office. So you're basically saying to me, analytics is really involved in this.
I didn't mention analytics once, although I know that it is, but I didn't bring up analytics.
Oh, well, you just brought it up. You said you know it is.
Oh,
No.
I haven't said it once.
No, but you just mentioned it.
Because you did.
Wait a second. Okay, back up. I mentioned analytics, and you said, I know it is. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying to you that Aaron Boone is the manager of the team. Okay? Day in and day out.
Well aware.
He can easily go to Brian Cashman and say simply, hey, let's send down Volpe. Let's see what happens in a couple of weeks. You think Cashman would say no?
Yes, I do. By the way, Kelly, he can say anything that he wants. He can text Cashman, he can call Cashman, and he can say, go out and trade for Jose Ramirez today and give up Schlittler, Lombard, and Jones. I'm just throwing stuff out to prove a point to make it happen. He can say whatever he wants. He can text Cashman and say, put BT and Sal on the payroll. They seem to know what's going on with our team. He could say whatever he wants. It doesn't mean he's going to do it. He's the manager. Now, I'll use the word, this obviously makes it seem a lot more serious than it is, but like today, Boone's jurisdiction would be, all right, you know what? I'm going to sit him. Like, I'm going to give him a mental respite. He needs a little day, a little recharge, and I'm going to sit him for a day or two. I promise you that Boone does not have the juice. I don't think any manager does. Maybe Torrey at the height of his, championships, and Cashman was younger. There's no way Aaron Boone's telling Cashman what to do. There's no chance. Now, I believe that they've got a good relationship, but that's just, you had that wrong. Let me get Ryan in North Carolina, free Odyssey app. What's up, Ryan?
BT, what's going on, man?
Hey, how are you?
My fellow Yankee fans are growing more and more delusional by the day, I swear. You got fire Boone, it's all his fault, and then you have this last jabroni saying Jeter was better than A-Rod. Come on. The answer to our problems is right in front of us, guys. It's Brendan Donovan, okay?
Yeah.
He's DJ LeMahieu 5 years ago. He's an elite player. He hits for average. He's versatile. He's played third, second, short. He plays the outfield, and he's an elite defender. It's a no-brainer. Do whatever it takes to get him. I would even go out by saying trade
hold on. You don't do
Dominguez.
it. I'm with you. I like Donovan, but you don't do whatever it takes. He's not that kind of player. You don't give up Jones or Schlittler for Donovan.
Dominguez?
I wouldn't.
Dominguez?
At this point, I might. I really thought there was. I might, because here's the thing with Dominguez. I'm open to trading Dominguez. How could you not be? He doesn't hit from the right side, and he's a horrible left fielder. Now, the thing is, what I would prefer to do is to hold on to Dominguez, just let him hit the rest of the year. If you're up a bunch of runs, put him in the outfield, whatever. If you're on a 9-game win streak and, you're going for the sweep against a dirt team, play left field, not in a meaningful spot. You get the point. And then this offseason, transition him to where he should be, center field. See, even if it's somebody like Brendan Donovan or IKF, I'm just throwing names out, not that we want IKF back here, but he is a solid ball player, whatever, bounce around. It's not even about that anymore, okay? Because that just goes back to what the caller said, how. And I'm not trying to, be rude to Cashman, because, again, Cashman knows so much more than we do. The complexities of trades and contracts and optionality and sending guys down. And, we think we know everything. We don't. Or at least I'm going to raise my hand and say, we don't know everything. And I think I know a lot about baseball, but Cashman dwarfs all of us. All right? But the question was, if we know, how does he not know? To fix it. How to fix it. And, yeah, you could get Donovan, and you could bring in somebody else to play wherever, and you could do that. Why in the world are we having to fix this again? Can somebody answer me that? Why? It is the same conversation every year. Every year. Got to find some sticks to put the ball in play more. Yankees striking out a little too much. Too reliant on the home run. Yankees a little sloppy in the field. Got to find somebody who can catch the baseball. Doesn't play in October. Yankees can't get buttons down. Yankees can't situationally play well. That's why they stink in extra innings. Same conversation, dude. It's the same conversation. And that in itself, it's partially infuriating. But, it gets to the point where, and I don't mean check out of being a Yankee fan. I mean, where you just dude, why am I investing emotion yelling about the same damn thing all the time? Why is that? 888-808-1019. All right, BT and Sal on the Fan.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Are you looking for the perfect companion this summer? Well, here's one for you, the Ford Bronco. It's built wild to be as adventurous as you are. Imagine removing the doors and the roof and then just cruising down the coast with the wind in your hair, or riding through mountain trails and sand dunes. Bronco's GOAT modes make any destination doable. And don't be afraid to get a little messy. The rugged interiors are easy to clean so you can enjoy more fun. With so much capability, there's no adventure you can't tackle. Visit your local Ford store today, and your summer bucket list is a reality in a Ford Bronco.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain
Super Flings for next level laundry.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
We're always talking New York sports on The Fan.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
It's the road ahead, brought to you by our local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. The team from the Bronx begins a 7-game homestand against Philadelphia and Tampa Bay before heading down south to play Miami and then finish up with 3 against Texas.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Give me those sauces, grab the chicken strips. Let's dunk them in there. There's nothing like it. Hey, I'm Joey. And I'm Josh. And we're team members at our local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing you'll love about the Chick-fil-A chicken strips is dipping them in our sauces. My sauce is the barbecue sauce. If you wanted to add sweet, tangy flavors, there's nothing like it.
I love the garden herb ranch sauce, but if you want a little bit more kick in the spicy side, you can mix it with buffalo sauce.
Dipping them in our sauces, it is perfection.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Team members paid for their testimonials.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country. When you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
Connect with a local divorce attorney today. Text Joe22 to 32 32 32. 866-323-7529. 250 Paley, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Back on The Fan. I don't know what Hoff is plotting. I'm sure it's something just to make me feel worse about the Yankees, but he's been sitting on some stats. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't know stats. I'm not saying that at all. He gets into them on the Rico, and he follows baseball, but obviously. But I do think he's done some extra digging, and I'm very curious where this is going to go. I'm going to get back to the calls and squeeze in a few. And then, he can't wait to unload these numbers on me, so we'll see what he's cooking here. Hoff, sit on that. We'll get to you in a couple of minutes, all right? 888-808-1019. Let me get, how about Paul in Colts Neck, New Jersey? What's going on, Paul?
Hey, man, how are you? Hey, look, you and I spoke about this 3 weeks ago in Carteret.
Oh, my boy Paulie. I got you. What's going on, dude?
So this team is not good enough to win a World Series, right? Uh-huh. But and furthermore, there aren't enough good players available to trade for to get us to win a World Series. So why am I sitting on the same hamster wheel as I have for the last 15 years, just to be good enough maybe to eke out a wild card spot, so they can sell me on, guys, look, we've made the playoffs for the last 20 out of 22 years. That's not good enough for me. I want to win a World Series. And you have to honestly be honest. Who do you need? You need Skeens because you lost Cole. He's not available. You need Jose Ramirez at third base, not a guy who strikes out 175 times. You don't have a lockdown closer. And unfortunately, and look, you and I are dads of kids that play baseball in New Jersey, so I feel for Anthony Volpe. We root for Anthony Volpe.
Yes.
But that kid should be playing second base for the Cincinnati Reds, and I hope he has a great career. It's too big of a spot. It's too big of a town. He's just not the guy. And that's not his fault. He's not the reason this team isn't good enough. You got to look at the front office. They just didn't build a good enough team again, and you just have to be honest about it.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting, Paul? You're right. We have talked about this a lot. Like, I look at the same conversation that I've brought up for years, and you and I just really met this year. But again, if I met you 3 years ago or 5, we would have had the same conversation. How can you have a payroll that is always top 3? I know the Dodgers spend, so do the Mets here, but the Yankees spent a ton of money. And then every single season, mid-season, us identify 3 or 4 things that, again, they've got to fix that are basic, fundamental things.
Well, because you have $15 million in LeMahieu, that's dead money. You have $30 million locked up into a DH that you can't do anything with. So year in and year out, we sit with like $50 million of dead money. And you go, well, we spent $300 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, 20% of it is useless.
That's true.
So we're just not spending. We're not spending the right amount of money. Yeah, the Dodgers spend $350 million, but go position by position and see what kind of value they extract. You're just spending the wrong money, and that's the problem with this team for 16 years.
All right, brother. I will see you not this weekend, next weekend down in Jackson at some point. Good call, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, bud.
All right, Paulie, I'll see you. Let me tell you something. That I'm not going to give the last name. That guy, who's, by the way, a great guy. Our sons play together. Not all the time, sometimes. That guy's son is the best young player that I've ever seen in my life. There's no doubt in my mind. He just turned 11, I'm pretty sure. He's a little bit older than my son. But he's so good. And he's such a good kid, too, more importantly. He's so good. I said to somebody else that we play with, I said, all right, I didn't see Alex Rodriguez when Alex was 10. But how was Alex Rodriguez absolutely better than that kid that we get a pleasure to watch, once a month or so? Because he doesn't play with us all the time because he plays up, et cetera. He's got like 35 home runs this year. Just turned 11. He throws like 72 miles an hour. He is unbelievable. There's no doubt in my mind he's one of the best players in the country. So in New Jersey, he's not even close. I'll see you soon, buddy. 888-808-1019. Let me get... all right, Hoff, jump in, buddy. Go ahead. Hit me with the stats, you stat head geek nerd. Make my life even worse.
I've done some research, okay?
Hey, finally.
I know. It takes a while.
Yeah, well.
I have to think about maybe picking up a pen and paper. And then I finally did it.
No, hold on, though. Dove just said something in my ear. And number one, it was loud enough for me to hear, so he's finally learned that. And number two, it was fairly witty that I've got to bring it on the air. And if Sal was here, Sal would back me up. Do we trust your research? You've been wrong a lot. I mean,
Dove, this you can because it's going to be a nice sarcastic layout of information. Okay. So,
all right.
I'm not going to give you the names yet, but I'm going to give you 4 sets of stats, okay?
Yep.
And I picked 4 infielders that have played in the past couple months for the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
All right? They've had about 88 at-bats. That's basically what 87, 88 at-bats. That's basically what I was trying to do. The last 87, 88 at-bats, and these are their numbers.
So almost, if you think about a 650 or a 750 plate appearance season, you start about almost 100 at-bats. You're probably in that 13, 14%, I did that fast, of a season. So it's a decent chunk. Go ahead.
Yes. So this first infielder, last 88 at-bats, batting 125 with an OPS of a 331.
All right, 331 OPS. That's like, okay.
Okay.
That's like a pitcher from 1986.
1 home run, 4 RBIs. I'll give him that.
And not Dwight Gooden, who could hit. Okay, so that's one.
That's one.
Yikes.
The second guy.
Yep. These are all Yankees that play infield.
All Yankees.
Go ahead.
Last 87 at-bats.
Mm-hmm.
Batting 310. OPS.
310 average?
310 average.
Oh, this is Jazz. Okay, yep.
OPS is 754.
Oh, that's not Jazz.
1 home run, 9 RBIs.
That's definitely not Jazz. Okay. I'm a little confused. I thought it was going to be horrendous. Go ahead. I'm curious where this goes.
Then another 87 at-bats. Last at 87 at-bats.
Yeah.
This guy, a 138 batting average.
That's more like it. 138 average.
494 OPS.
That's got to be Volpe. 494 OPS.
4 home runs, 13 RBIs.
That's definitely Volpe. 2 against the Braves. Yeah, okay.
And then the final guy, he didn't register enough at-bats. This is 55 at-bats.
Oh.
164 batting average, OPS of 524.
Any home runs?
1 home run, 5 RBIs.
That's probably Ben Rice, who homered the other night for the first time since June. The third player, to me, is Volpe. Am I right?
That is accurate.
The fourth player is Ben Rice. Am I right?
Wrong.
Whoa.
That's your Vivas.
Vivas. Vivas.
Do you want to take a guess on the first guy?
Of course. The first was hitting a $125, OPS 331. How many home runs? I didn't hear that part.
1, 4 RBIs.
That could be Ben Rice.
That's Oswald Peraza.
Ugh. Okay.
And then do you want to know the 310, 754 OPS?
I would have to say, you're talking about just infielders here.
Just infielders that have played in the past month or so.
Okay, so it's not Jazz because Jazz's OPS is over 1,000 in that point. Not Jazz. It's not DJ's gone. How many home runs?
1 for 9 RBIs. I said, but I've been saying it played for the Yankees in the past month or so.
I got you, man. I mean, Goldschmidt doesn't have a lot of home runs. He's a candidate, but I don't think he said 310 in the last month. I don't think.
You said his name already.
Ben Rice? No.
DJ LeMahieu.
What? Oh God. Look at what you did.
Yeah, look at what I did.
Look what this ass
Look at what I did.
I hate this guy.
Look at what I did.
Yeah.
Look at what I did.
I hate you.
That is called nailing the incompetence of the Yankees. The one guy that has actually hit for the team, they got rid of.
Yeah.
You have to play in all these young, crappy-ass infielders.
Now,
have fun.
I understand, listen, I understand why they got rid of him, but point taken. I mean, DJ hitting 310, OPS over 750, had the home run, was hitting a lot of soft contact, but we said this was hitting well when they got rid of him. And then everything else is 331 OPS, 485 OPS. The other one, I was so bored, I didn't even write it down.
But keep on running them out.
But
keep on running them out, right?
They're going to get hot at some point.
Keep on running them out. Where's Nicky Lopez?
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to run into something. You didn't hear it? They're going to get hot, dude. They're going to get hot. Honestly, at this point, I just wish they would all take steroids, and I would abandon any moral compass. Just take steroids, get back on the juice, the HGH, and just hit like the Yankees used to. Right? Isn't that what kind of where we're at this point?
Yeah, where's A-Rod when you need him?
I don't know. All right, Huff. Good job, I guess. 888-808-1019 here. BT and Sal on the Fan. Jeez. You sure Sal didn't text you those numbers there?
I dug hard for days on that.
You days?
I've had the Volpe thing for a while.
Oh, yeah, I got you. All right, hey, taking a Cadillac, as much as the Yankees and some of the Jets with the news here, it gives me angst here. As soon as I get in my car, angst over. Cadillac, more than just taking a drive, it elevates every journey. It's a smooth excitement of an all-electric Lyric, the exhilarating thrill of pushing the limits on a Cadillac Optic, the liberating freedom in the expansive XT6, that's what I drive, or the confidence that commands attention in an Escalade or Escalade IQ. If you really want to let everybody know you're coming down the street, jump in one of those. Discover which Cadillac is right for you and elevate every journey. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer. BT and Sal on the Fan. Proudly presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets.
It's Chris McMonagle overnights on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
We just say it like it's actually the truth. Oh, this team's not good enough to win a championship. They got to do this, that, and the other. They're not good enough to win a championship. When the bottom line is they're absolutely good enough to win a championship if the players play well enough. That's the bottom line.
Listen to CMAC on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Tyreek Hill says he's all in this season. No distractions, just football. And that's after hinting he wanted out of Miami last year. Tua Tagovailoa says Hill's been more open and vulnerable, trying to rebuild trust. But after missing the playoffs, the clock's ticking. The real question, can the Dolphins repair that trust fast enough before this era of Miami football slips away? I'm Maggie Gray.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Hey, Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sunshine, a few clouds, humid, high 87.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-949-1441. That's 800-949-1441. 800-949-1441.
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf or saving for a family vacation. But one commitment that's easy, switching to Fios Home Internet with a 5-year price lock guarantee. That means 5 great summers of fast, reliable internet at the same low price. All with the Fios 1 gig internet plan. Plus no hidden fees or equipment charges. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for new and existing My Home customers.
Talk New York sports on The Fan.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-355-8282. That's 800-355-8282. Again, that's 800-355-8282.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Dedication isn't born in the light of day. It's carved in the quiet hours before the world blinks awake. At Boar's Head, we rise with a mission to deliver craftsmanship worthy of your table. A slice of something special folded into every moment worth savoring. Because dedication means delivering only the very best. Boar's Head, committed to craft since 1905.
Zip, zero, zilch.
That's all it takes to drive at Sansone Auto Mall, Woodbridge, New Jersey. 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, 0% financing, 3,000 vehicles. Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, Jeep, even Toyota. Exclusively at the giant Sansone Auto Mall, Route 1, Woodbridge, New Jersey. There's 0 time to waste. On select vehicles with approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See dealer for details.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and
just almost like you had to be around in real time when he was coming up to understand the energy and the aura and the magnitude of Hulk Hogan. 71 years of age. All the outlets have it. I thought I saw Jimmy Hart post something the other day, the Mouth of the South, about where they were doing karaoke or something. I didn't necessarily know that he was sick. He's done some podcasts, and I didn't think he was hanging on to his life. So the other day we lost Ozzy Osbourne. Today we lose the great Hulk Hogan. When you got to remember when he beat the Iron Sheik in 83 or 84, after Backlund lost to the Iron Sheik. Backlund was a champion for 5 or 6 years, kind of boring. And then, but Vince's dad loved him. And then Vince was like, we got to mix this up, start getting with the current theme of entertainment. And then Hulk burst on the scene. And, of course, he was in Rocky, and he just had this massive profile. He looked the part, the blonde hair, the music, ripping off the shirt. Not a good wrestler. Like in the ring, he was actually very, very limited. But when he and the Sheik got after it, then when he pinned the Iron Sheik, it's funny. I mean, for a fake sport, I love wrestling, but for a fake sport, the emotional investment that I had in Hulk Hogan and wrestling, Macho Man, Piper, etc., but like beating the Sheik, us against them, American pride, coming out waving the flag and dropping the big heavy leg on the Sheik and pinning him. And that just catapulted wrestling to a completely different stratosphere, whether it was basically buying out all the other territories and making them go away, and Saturday night's main event, and, the rock and wrestling connection with Cyndi Lauper, who back in the day was as big as Madonna. I mean, Michael Jackson, Prince, for a couple of years. Cyndi Lauper was right there, and he helped launch that WrestleMania, certainly WrestleMania 1 with Mr. T. So now you got the TV crossover. And there's only so many people that can change a sport or change an industry. And I don't think there's anybody that can come along ever again and change wrestling the way Hulk Hogan changed wrestling. Just like there's probably no player that can come along in the NBA again and change basketball the way Michael Jordan changed basketball. I'm not saying that down the road somebody can't be better. It's not LeBron. Don't waste my time on that. It's not LeBron. Some down the road, all right, somebody could maybe be better, but to change the game, the sneaker revolution, now we're so desensitized to every dunk because we've seen guys jump over cars with Superman capes in dunk contests. I don't know how anybody ever comes along and changes the pass rush and defense the way Lawrence Taylor did. I mean, I'm not even sure you can find somebody better than Lawrence Taylor ever. I mean, how does somebody come along and revolutionize golf the way Tiger Woods revolutionized golf? How? I mean, just the physique and, making golf merch cool. These guys used to wear khakis when they had bellies. When the 35-year-old men, khakis and bellies. And those boring, white golf shoes with the brown saddle shoe, whatever. Now everybody looks pimped out and jacked on the course. It looks awesome, I don't know how anybody ever comes along and does what Hulk Hogan did for this industry. It's impossible. It went from... Now... Think about what it went from. I've talked about this a little bit and I wish Sal was here today, really, for the wrestling stuff too. Maybe Sal will call in. I don't know what he's doing today, but if you're driving around, I'm sure maybe Mitch is doing some errands for you, maybe cleaning out the pool. If you're not too busy, I would love for Sal to call in on Hulk at some point today, because we both love this stuff. And There was a point, certainly late 70s, early 80s, and I got this from my grandma. I wish we still had them. We don't. You just don't know that it's going to matter the way it would have. But my grandmother would go from Greenpoint with her twin sister, God rest both of their souls, Italian side, my mom's side, and they would go to different, parishes in Brooklyn and watch wrestling at, the CYO gyms that I played at. That's how small wrestling was. Imagine, The Undertaker 10 years ago, or now, but 10 years ago, 20 years ago, Bret Michaels, anybody that you want, walking into a little teeny tiny gym like St. Pat's in Bay Ridge or OLA or St. Mark's in Sheepshead Bay and actually having a wrestling event. There's no way. Andre the Giant used to show up. My grandmother has pictures of, and again, we had them, of Andre and Rocky Johnson, Tony Atlas, Jimmy Snuka. I think it's kind of right before Piper. Bruno would show up, Big John Studd, the Wild Samoans, Fuji. And that was right, even though many of those people wrestled when Hulk came, but that was right before Hulk popped. And I remember the only way that I could get my wrestling highlights was Warner Wolf on Channel 2. Remember that, Dolph? He would actually give you some wrestling stuff. Because we didn't, my dad wasn't paying for closed circuit TV, if you could even find it. And we could not get MSG based on the year and, where we were in Brooklyn. We didn't have access to it. So I would get my magazines, and I would get Saturday morning. Sometimes you would get Saturday midnight. Usually it was on 5 o'clock, but if there was maybe a game like Knicks or Mets, sometimes it would be on at midnight. And my grandmother would wake me up to watch this, the interviews, Morocco. And then Hulk came, and then boom, global entity. Not a perfect person. Definitely said some things that I don't agree with, obviously, and I would never condone. And he's had to make amends to a lot of people. I'm talking about the wrestling figure, Babe Ruth, Tiger and Jack, Muhammad Ali, Wayne Gretzky, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Lawrence Taylor, right there. Rest in peace. If I had a better body, maybe I'd rip the shirt off for you just to punctuate it. I could give you the old ear thing, give you the little flex. Oh, man. God, I loved watching him. All right, 888-808-1019, BT and Sal on the Fan. Sad news. If you guys want to jump in on that, obviously the Yankees stuff, Justin Fields' toe injuries suddenly seem very secondary. Let me get Anthony in Westchester on the Fan. What up, Ant?
BT, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So the biggest problem with the Yankees and how do we fix everything, right? The fish always thinks from the top. The people blaming Aaron Boone. Now, I am not a Boone defender. I don't love Aaron Boone. But the problem with the Yankees goes so much deeper than Aaron Boone. Is he a part of the problem? Yes, he is a part of the problem. The problem is in the front office at 161st and River. It's behind the computers. They're staring at Excel spreadsheets like I'm staring at right now in my office. And they're trying to put together the perfect baseball player based on spreadsheets. If you get a chance, go look on Twitter for the video of Michael Fishman, Cashman's number 2, his number 1 general,
I've seen this.
at the winter meeting.
I saw that. So somewhat recently, a couple of weeks ago, I think I saw it. Yep.
This is the guy who Cashman has leading his generals and whatnot. The problem with this year's team, and I said it last night, they're going to end up going on a run. They'll make the playoffs.
Yep.
They'll win maybe a round.
Yep.
And then they're going to fizzle out, and it's wash, rinse, repeat.
Yep.
It's the same thing over and over. It's a business. I understand. Hal needs to make money. And not many businesses where you can spend 50% of your revenue on payroll are going to be profitable.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But until it starts affecting Hal's pockets, the product on the field is not going to change. It's not. And they need to do – remember that big audit they were talking about after I think it was 2022 or 2023?
Yep, of course.
That clearly worked out very, very well for them.
Well, wasn't it an internal audit? We thought it was going to be it was going to be outsourced. I don't even know if they outsourced it. Remember that?
They not even to go political, but they need like an Elon Musk-led Doge to go through the front office and see everything and see the player development stuff and see where it is that they're dropping the ball so much. Because for a team like this and an organization like this with a history that they have and the legacy and how they hold their head above everybody else, and we're the Yankees, we do things first class. I mean, dude, we're playing a guy who's hitting, 181 at third base. Vivas is a quadruple A player, and that's being generous.
Yep.
You know, Volpe, he was definitely drafted way too high. He was anointed way too early of not only being the starting shortstop in 23, but letting him even just change his number from 77 to 11 before opening day, taking the pictures with Jeter, signing the wall underneath A-Rod and Jeter. Like, you're setting the poor kid up for failure. Is everything this season Anthony Volpe's fault? Of course not. There's a multitude of reasons why they are where they are, but the team has holes. Yes, was Plan B getting Cody Bellinger a good move when you lost Juan Soto? 100% it was.
Yeah.
Cody Bellinger should have been a Yankee in the 2023 trade deadline when we didn't know that Anthony Rizzo had a concussion for 8 weeks.
Well, think about
and the
this.
Cubs were out of it.
I know. Anthony, think about this. There was a point I thought they were going to get him, and then he got red hot, and the Cubs got red hot, and the Cubs decided not to trade him. So the Yankees were definitely kicking the tires on Bellinger to at least to give him credit there. Listen, I think it boils down to one thing. All right. So it's not, is Plan B good? Plan B is fine. Plan B would be amazing if the players that the Yankees draft and develop and we're actually on the field right now were good. Like, you don't see, and you do see it with Toronto, and it was a stark contrast being on the field these last couple of days, seeing the difference in energy and execution, and they bunt and they run. You know, I know Vladdy was a little sloppy over first base a couple of days here, but they're a pretty buttoned-up team. The Yankees, not the pitchers, they do a good job with that. But these position players come up and they strike. Every one of them strikes out a ton. You know, they don't have a ton of, I don't know if energy is the right word, but presence. I don't know. It's just, they're like robots that come up. So there's a lot wrong with the Yankees. We know that. All right, 888-808-1019, BT and South here on the Fan. Coming up, King Topic of the Day. We're going to power up next hour as well. Something on the Mets attendance that jumped out that I wanted to throw on the table. I'll do that as well. And we have lost the great Hulk Hogan. If you guys know, a lot of you love the old school and the newer stuff, but the old school wrestling stuff, you want to jump in on that today, certainly the day to do it. BT and Sal on the Fan.
The Yankees are back in the Bronx taking on the Phillies. 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. God, it's a home run.
Driven by Jeep.
That was an extraordinary play.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play on the Fan. Woo! 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Stepping into the Kia K4 or K5 isn't just getting behind the wheel of any average sedan. It's stepping into what's next. With a K4, it's stepping into a world that's exciting. With a K5, it's one that's bold. The Kia K4 and K5, the next movement for sedans. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more.
Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Did you catch Luisito's header?
Yeah, I just recorded it on my new Samsung A36 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung Tab A9 that I also got free at Total Wireless.
I got that tablet too.
And I got that phone too. We both got both.
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung A36 5G and the Samsung Tab A9 for free. For a limited time while supplies last, valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G Unlimited plan or higher external port and ID verification and new activation on the Total 5G Unlimited 6-month tablet plan. Restrictions apply.
Want to take your cooking to the next level? Here's what Master Chef Tom Colicchio had to say about Made in Cookware.
I always tell aspiring cooks, focus on mastering your technique, hone the muscle memory, and use the highest quality tools you can get your hands on. I use Made In both at home and here at Craft in New York City. They're beautifully made, and they let my team and me focus on making memorable meals night after night.
Learn more at madeincookware.com. That's MADEIN cookware.com.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are here. Real offers, dream vehicles, all waiting for you at Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Now's the time to drive the luxury you deserve with limited time offers on select models. Make this a summer to remember during Mercedes-Benz Dream Days at Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 12 o'clock. I'm Andrew Bogish. This Sports Flash is sponsored by Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Let me recap the sad breaking news today. Hulk Hogan has passed away at 71, according to TMZ. He was recovering at home from recent surgeries and might have gone into cardiac arrest this morning. Now to Justin Fields. No scary words like Achilles or Liz Frank. It's a dislocated toe for the Jets' new starting QB. That, according at least to NFL Network. No break. The full severity not known yet. As you might have heard, Fields got hurt on the 5th play of their second training camp practice this morning. If he has to miss any time this summer, Aaron Glenn confident in Tyrod Taylor.
We have an outstanding backup in Tyrod, who's been in this league for around 14 years. So the leadership that he brings, listen, we're all good.
Fields was apparently stepped on during an 11-on-11 rep. He got off the field, was carted to the locker room, and then walked inside on his own. And again, it's being called a dislocated toe right now by NFL Network. Fan Weather is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is Long Island's premier orthopedic practice. From simple sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they are the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Visit TotalOrthoExpress.com today. It's 80 with clear skies in Central Park, and that's what's happening. Sports flashes top of every hour. I'm Andrew Booth.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn app.
Back on the Fan, hour number 3, 12:01. King topic of the day. We'll get back to these calls. Obviously, they're hot, and there are a lot of different topics here. As we just found out that Hulk Hogan passed away, I gave you some stories from my childhood with Hulk and, you know, what he meant, and we'll get back to that. And the lead, though, really to start, and it's about the Yankees, and as infuriating and as confounding as they continue to be, just pertaining to last night. Like, I can't make this some long soliloquy on what's wrong with the Yankees the last 15, 20 years. Like, I could, but I'm not doing that for timing purposes right now. For me, last night's actually a good thing. Last night is good because you'd have to think before last night and that Brian Cashman obviously was aggressive and going to be aggressive no matter what. You know, you go out there, you get a couple middle relievers, maybe you get the Suarez stick, and that's it. I think last night was so bad and so embarrassing and such a reminder that they could keep playing Toronto. They could play them 20 times. They're not better than them because Toronto is a better fundamental team. So I think that last night was a rude reminder, finally, to the guy who's got to really say it because we all know it. We all know it, and that's Brian Cashman. And I think that I don't know if there will be, but there should be a shift in willingness and aggression to really now attack the trade deadline. Pardon me, not the offseason, the trade deadline here. That's what's got to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. I thought it was going to happen anyway. I think last night was just so embarrassing and repulsive. Again, they could have had a 5th error with Vivas. I thought that was generous. That you'd have to think that they are now going to go bonkers. And even if they go bonkers, I don't know that that's enough. But if last night wasn't the impetus for change, I don't know what to tell you. I just give up talking about the Yankees at that point. Then I would tap out. That's not going to happen. I think last night winds up going down is a good thing. All right, let's get back to the calls here. Obviously, BT and Sal here. Sal is off. We're back on Monday together inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. Our friends at Town Fair remind you always get the guarantee lows priced on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Derek, Staten Island on the Fan. What up, Derek?
Hey, BT, how are you?
Oh, good. How you doing?
Good. Terrible news about Hulk Hogan. Saw his whole career from when he was a bad guy, but I called about Cashman. Listen, I'm tired of it. And you know what? I'm going to be totally honest. I hope you let me get it out.
Go ahead.
The 90s teams were built by Stick Michael and Buck Showalter.
And Bob Watson. And Bob Watson.
Well, Stick built those teams.
No, but Bob was the GM in 96. I just don't want to disrespect him. Go ahead.
Absolutely. But again, yes, Bob Watson deserves credit, but Stick built those teams. Okay? Cashman gets credit for those teams. All right? 2009, whatever. All right? They won one World Series. Here's the problem with Cashman. He's defiant. Okay? He thinks he's smarter than everybody, and the guy has done absolutely nothing. You give him credit for 2009, but the Yankees traditionally have had right-handed DHs. Then they went to the old right-handed team, guys playing out of position. This is year after year after year. And, yes, he does a decent job with the pitching. I'll give him credit for that. He doesn't bring in good free agent pitchers aside from Cole. But anyway, they have developed a few pitches. But this team, they have DHs. The Martian, he was supposed to be Mickey Mantle. Are you kidding me? Mickey Mantle? Right? Volpe drafted too high, and you know what Cashman's going to say? Don't give me you know what? The playoffs is a crapshoot. Mm-hmm. Every time you play a team with a big payroll that's built the right way, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Astros, they kick the living crap out of the Yankees because Cashman does not know how to build a team. And I called you the other day, and I mentioned Mikhail Garcia. Now, that's not a solve-all. But the Yankees will go get Eugenio Suarez and his 7,000 strikeouts.
Strikeout every night.
I want a ball player. Yep. Garcia played the Yankees in the playoffs, slid into second base. Volpe tagged him. He was ready to rip his head off.
Yeah.
This guy steals bases.
Yeah.
Hits decent. Now, he's not going to solve all their problems. But if you bring in a lot of players like that, then guess what? You have a team. Because the Blue Jays hit the ball, and they're like, well, nobody hits batting average these days. Well, you know what? You build a team of guys that don't strike out and can hit the ball, then you become a pain in the neck, and you play baseball the right way, and you win games. But no, Cashman knows better than everybody. You know what? The playoffs is a crapshoot. You know, we're the Yankees. Give me a break. Enough with this guy already.
I mean, that's Derek, I feel you, man. I've said that, too. I appreciate the call. Now, listen, I never had any issue saying what I have to say, and I never will. But there's obviously a time. I always want to be respectful, and I don't always just want to get wrapped up in these, these explosions and these tirades. I told you years ago that Brian Cashman should be let go. I said it. I was working with Tiki at that point. I know Sal said it when he was doing the overnights. Like, we have, as a show, not as partners, we have both said that, independent of working with each other for years. And I think Sal goes back even before me. But I've said it, and I stand by it. And, we had Brian on, that was last summer, right? And it was a great chat. And I think he's very, when you get him on the phone or you get him in front of a microphone, he's a little combative. He's a little feisty. I appreciate that because so is New York Sports Radio. All right? I think he's fairly transparent. He's a little wordy, but so am I, so I can appreciate that. And we got after it, man. Just do a Google search. Do a Google search on Cashman with BT and Sal. I forget what it was over, but, he came at me. We got after it. And it was all, respect. It was good. The gloves were off a little bit, but it was warranted. And I said what I said, and he said what he said, and we flushed it out like big boys. And I do like Brian Cashman. And I've appreciated a lot of the things that he's done for us as Yankee fans. But Jesus, how many times can we have the same conversation about the same deficiencies? How many? It's not creative. It's not interesting. It's not even fun anymore doing it. Because I'm not here to be just be mean. but I would have relieved him of his job years ago. The whole soundbite. Think about it. When Boomer and Gio play, Brian Cashman has not earned the right to rebuild the Yankees. I don't say Gio, just accentuates that. The way the Yankees need to be rebuilt. I said that, and I stand by it. And I was right then. Yankees didn't agree. Didn't do anything. Now, you talk about the 2009 World Series, and again, it was awesome, right? But think about how they now. I guess it doesn't really matter how you get there. A championship, like if the Met fan who hasn't won since '86, if the Mets bought a championship, just completely bought one, no influence from some of the kids, just bought one. Met fans wouldn't care. You won. So I'm not looking to give it back in '09. But the context is this. They spent $250 million, and again, appreciative of that they cut the check and that, they identified the right players, and Sabathia came, and Teixeira came, and Burnett came. All right, CC, Hall of Famer, great Yankee. Teixeira, he was hurt at the end, but a great defensive first baseman, switch hitter, power, prideful guy, showed up every day, and just strapped it on and played baseball the old school way. And A.J. Burnett, won Game 2 of the World Series against Pedro. I think that was 4-1. I was there. Low-scoring game. A.J. Burnett had good influence on that season. Bought. And then you look at some of the players on that team. I mean, let's face it. Alex Rodriguez, now his regular season was good, really good. I mean, great for most players, but for A-Rod, good. But his postseason was sick. They bought A-Rod. Who else played on that team? Johnny Damon. And Johnny Damon was so important for that team. They didn't develop Johnny Damon. Who won the MVP in the World Series? Matsui. How'd they get him? They bought him. So even the last World Series, and of course Jeter was there and Posada was there. I get that. But Nick Swisher hit 30 bombs that year? How'd they get him? Well, they traded for him, and then they eventually bought him. So, I mean, this song and dance has been going on forever. I mean, what was, you probably won't remember. What was the lineup in 2009? Well, I'm going to try to get Boomer and Gia, Boomer and Carton, Joe and Evan, and Mike, right? And then Schmooze doing the overnights and Tony Page. Like, that was kind of it. Did I nail it? Is that it? 09?
I think so. I'm trying to figure who did the nights when the Yankees were off.
Something like that, though, right? It was definitely Boomer and Carton. It was Joe and Evan. And it was Mike.
Correct.
Think about how long ago that was. How much has changed. So, it's just, it's absolutely brutal. Jimmy is in Riverhead. Jimmy, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, Jim.
Yeah, well, now that Stephen Colbert has lost his comedy show, the best comedy show in town is an Aaron Boone after game press conference. Last night, what he comes up with, in the face of the errors, he's going to tell us that the Yankees have good defenders. He's going to say that they just had 11 errors in 7 games against the Toronto Blue Jays. But other than that, they've been pretty good all year.
I know.
Okay?
I watched it.
Okay. And the day before, he's going to tell you that Volpe is an elite shortstop.
It's only 3 or 4 plays. I know. I watched it.
Okay,
I watch every press conference.
So why bother? I mean, he's not going to tell you the truth. I mean, it's one thing to have your players' backs. It's another thing to be delusional, crying out loud.
Well, what I said the other day was...
he's telling us, don't believe your lying eyes. Believe me.
Lying eyes.
Okay? And
that's the Eagles.
And that's a big part of the problem. And what makes you think, after your monologue today, that last night's creator job is going to employ them to do anything more than they do when you got a mouthpiece like him saying that no problem.
Well, I don't think honestly, I don't like hearing it. And I said that. I mean, I said that yesterday. I thought Boone was off the mark with that. I said that. I don't like. No one wants to hear it. He's 3 plays away. I mean, Anthony Volpe has been. He's been broken for the last 5 weeks, it seems. It's not been 3 or 4 plays, Aaron. I've said that. But it doesn't matter what Aaron says. It might make us feel better, but it really doesn't matter what he says. It's what Cashman does. That's it. Boil it down to that. It's what Cashman does. And I know you don't want to hear this, and this is not me just blindly supporting Boone. He's got to change some stuff. I've said that too. But if they roll out a certain defense, their defense is good and should be good. If you go Goldschmidt at first, Jazz at second, a non-broken Volpe at short, Grisham in center, Bellinger in left, Judge in right. There is nobody, I don't care who it is or how they say it or what they say. Nobody's going to convince me that that's not a good defensive team. And certainly that it's not a better defensive team than the slop we've been watching for years with this team. It is. But suddenly they're, ninth in errors, and everybody's sped up, and everybody's swimming, and everybody's confidence is shot, and, it's really, really, really ugly. Alex in Middletown wanted to jump in on the Hulkster, who we lost today, unfortunately. That stinks at the age of 71. Alex, what's going on?
Hi, BT. How are you?
Good.
Real quick, I like what you said about the Hulkster. I don't know if you remember the match that Backlund lost. Skolin actually threw the towel.
Yeah,
to set up this match with the Iron Sheik.
I do. Arnie Skolin threw in the towel from the corner. I do, of course.
And of course, and the other thing I want to say is, I was at the Iron Sheik match.
Were you really?
Let me tell you something.
Were you really?
Yes. Yes. We were sitting right ground level on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I've been to many sporting events.
Yeah.
I have never, ever felt the emotion. And not only that, the Garden was shaking. You could feel the Garden shaking. When he pinned him, it was unbelievable. It was one of the most unbelievable things I've ever been to.
How old were you? How old were you at that point?
About 20.
Got it. Yeah. See, but I never went to, actually, me, Sal, and Huff went to Saturday night's main event in December in Uniondale at the Coliseum. That's one thing, Alex, and thanks for the call. I can only imagine how that place was popping. Oh, my God. He would never take me to he hated wrestling. Didn't like that I watched it. He would even say to my grandmother, I told you about my grandmother with the stories before, he would even say, you don't believe this stuff, do you? Like, he was just inherently against wrestling. Just, I don't know. And I guess, listen, I guess on some level, my dad's, an old school, buttoned up disciplinarian. Your 8-9-year-old son is watching this craziness. You're probably on some level saying, what the hell is he watching? I get that now as a dad, as an adult. I don't want to hear it back then. Matter of fact, he hated it so much sometimes, like the way our basement stairs were. If he was coming downstairs to just whatever, I guess check on me, whatever, and I felt like I was watching too much wrestling, I would grab the remote and I would change the channel. So he didn't see me watch it as much as I did. I loved it. I could not get enough. And I was talking to Bogish, right? Before the last update. He was a Hogan fan as well. Who wasn't? And the way our home was, very narrow hallway, and it would be like the bathroom, and then to the right, very modest home. To the right, my sister's room, and then my room, and then my parents' room. And the hallway was my walkway to the ring. And the ring was obviously in my room. So I would take a white T-shirt that had now there's no tags on them. Now it's like it just kind of emblazoned on the back. And the T-shirts are great now. Back then they were horrible. They didn't fit right. Now the T-shirts are awesome. Also expensive. But I would take my dad's T-shirts, and I would do it all the time, and I would just slice like a little hole in it with a scissor so I could rip it off. As I was walking down that little narrow hallway to go into my room and then jump on the ring. And jump in the ring and, eventually get to the leg drop and get a little pin. And, of course, I had the record player going. As I was doing this, I am a real American. Oh, God, it was awesome. This is so much fun. Let me get, whoa. Hoff, breaking news. Breaking news, potentially. Chris in Glen Cove wants to defend Cashman. This could be very interesting. What's up, Chris?
How you doing, BT?
Okay.
Doing good. Yeah. Well, first of all, you're one of my favorite people on the fan, and I've been listening all day. We have very similar mindsets on things, and I'm a Met fan. I got to preface that, but I've listened all day, and I just literally had to call. I can't take the Cashman slander anymore.
Slander?
If you may, I would love to hit you with a few things.
Let me hear it all. Let's go.
Okay. First of all, the rock bottom from before. I understand you're a struggling Yankee fan. Mets haven't had a great season either, but you're 5-5 in the last 10, and you're 10 games over 500, and you're the first wild card spot. I don't know if this is rock bottom, but I mean, yesterday might have been rock bottom for sure. But rock bottom in totality is crazy.
Well, Chris, I'm going to get you going to do your things. We'll do a little volley here, and we'll keep it moving here. I listen. Rock bottom. Of course, the Yankees can still win the division. I don't think that they will, and I've said unless they make the amazing trades and Toronto does nothing. I've said that for a month. But there's rock bottom, and then there is perceptual rock bottom optically, and that's what I mean.
I gotcha.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. All right, so to defend Cashman here. So, listen, I know there's times where people run their course, they got to be replaced. He's probably reached that point a few years ago, I agree there. But overall, Cashman, year in and year out, I understand the standard for Yankee fans is different, but year in and year out, the Yankees are in the playoffs, making deep runs. I know it comes a point where it's not good enough anymore, but for the past 15 years, since 2009, they have been the pinnacle and the standard of American League baseball. Would you agree or no?
Yeah. Well, no. The Astros have been. I would not agree. It's the Astros.
Well, the first half of the time period between.
Chris, take the L a little bit, buddy. It's the Astros.
Well, the Astros also cheated, but yeah.
Okay, but the Yankees, as Giambi was taking, I mean, half the Yankees champions were taking juice, even though Giambi didn't win the championship. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Yankees championship teams had guys who juice too. I mean, everybody juiced at certain points. Okay, go ahead.
All right, but from 2009 to, let's say, 2014, 2015, the Astros were terrible, and they needed to lose to get those good guys like Altuve and Tucker and all those guys. Mm-hmm. But in that time, Cashman needed to consistently put a winner. You can't tank as a Yankee. So every year he puts the Yankees in the position to make a deep run. And I understand in the playoffs, they claim it's a crapshoot, and the Yankee fans hate that. But year in and year out, he's constantly always in on every free agent. He is constantly trying to upgrade the team. There's some years where he didn't have enough lefty bats, and there's some time, and his developing of young players and such has been questionable. I understand that, but he shipped out the Clint Fraziers and the
Gary Sanchez, those guys,
Gary Sanchez's and Miguel Andors, and they haven't really done anything outside of the Yankees. So those weren't necessarily awful decisions, and. Mm-hmm. I just feel like every single year he's putting the Yankees in a great spot to make a deep playoff run, and they do. And the only problem that the Yankees have is the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are on the other side of the entire league and coast.
No, but hold on, so Chris. This I think you're glossing over some stuff at this point. I'm late. That's why I got to clip you. Good call. Thank you. I hear you on some stuff. I think you're nuts on some other stuff. First of all, now they did develop him after drafting him, but. Imagine if Aaron Judge wasn't on this team. What would the Yankees look like? So that's one aspect of it. Their player development is horrendous. You talk about, he's always in on every free agent. He wasn't in on Harper. Wasn't in on Machado. Why? Because he went in on Stanton. And we all love Big G and respect him, but I don't know about you. I think the Yankees would be better off if Stanton wasn't here and they had more baseball players. And that money was dispersed and spent differently. That's just my opinion. I really do respect him. I like Big G, but come on. So I think that you're wrong about the Yankees being the bastion of excellence in the American League. That has been the Astros, who have won multiple championships, all right, since 2009. The Yankees have none. The fact that they have this crazy payroll every year and every year have to try to fix problems that they themselves created. And I mean Cashman because he is the GM. I know that there's teamwork involved and there's organizational decisions. I get it. It's not Cashman standing in front of the entire room saying, we are doing this and damn it, I don't care what you think. No, well, it's a little bit more collaborative than that. I got it. But if the GM's going to get credit when credit's good and things are good, well, then he's got to take the heat when things are bad. It's just the way it goes. Nobody cares about the assistant GM. Nobody knows the name of the regional scouting director. Nobody knows. So I just don't see it the way that you see it. And, I get this aspect of it. Maybe this is where I could tap into my Jet fandom and kind of contrast it to the Giants. And you did say you're a Met fan. I get it. That's great. I mean, just like we all have opinions on the Mets. I do. I do it for a living. I'm a Yankee guy. I grew up that way. Of course, I love when other fans of other teams weigh in. Sometimes it's maybe more non-biased, less emotional. But the fact that they're always in it gives them a chance to win. I'm just over that. Maybe some Yankee fans aren't. I'm over it. And the reason why they always get knocked out when they get knocked out is because their fundamentals implode. By the way, they have won series the last couple of years that, they had OPSs of 520. That Guardian series a couple of years ago should have lost that. When they got swept by the Astros a couple of years ago, they set records for futility, strikeouts. This is not a one-season reaction. This is basically a decade of the same stuff. Yeah, of course they do certain things well. It's the things that they stink at that kill them. BT and Sal on the Fan.
New York sports is more than a game. It's a lifestyle. WFAN is the only place where Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets fans come together and sound off.
I like Soto. I like his attitude.
The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf or saving for a family vacation. But one commitment that's easy, switching to Fios Home Internet with a 5-year price lock guarantee. That means 5 great summers of fast, reliable internet at the same low price. All with the Fios 1 gig internet plan. Plus no hidden fees or equipment charges. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for new and existing My Home customers.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Taking a Cadillac is more than just taking a drive. It elevates every journey. It's the smooth excitement of an all-electric Lyriq, the exhilarating thrill of pushing the limits in a Cadillac Optiq, the liberating freedom in the expansive XT6, or the confidence that commands attention in an Escalade or Escalade IQ. Discover which Cadillac is right for you and elevate every journey. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer.
The times you spend with your friends and loved ones are the best. Those selfies you take now will shape memories that will last a lifetime. Make sure you stay in the picture and stay away from fentanyl. Only 2 milligrams of fentanyl can cause an overdose. So learn about the dangers and risks of this frightening, deadly drug at stayinthepic.nj.gov. Don't risk your life and all those wonderful memories you're creating. Stay in the picture and stay away from fentanyl. Know all the risks. Visit stayinthepic.nj.gov.
We've got more sports talk coming up on The Fan.
Today, we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together, we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
For all station contest rules, go to WFAN.com/rules.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school.
You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work. Don't forget to take charge of your gut health, too, with Nature-Made Probiotics. Nature-Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
Catch all the play-by-play with Susan Waldman and Dave Sims. The home of Yankees radio. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
All right, 18 sound on the Fan. That's you were digging deep. You know what? Maybe right around the time Hulkamania was born. Was this from 84? And if it is, you just stepped onto that accidentally. There was no way you planned that. One thing we did plan, we'll get to this coming up. This will be a lot of fun here. So power up, BT and Sal style. I will give you my 5. And Hoff will do his. He's a big musical guy, so I'm very curious where Hoff goes. But with the passing of Ozzy Osbourne the other day, top 5 concerts I wish I could have attended. You know, could be deceased. Obviously, people still out there that maybe I would like to see that I haven't seen. So that'll be a little bit of fun. 888-808-1019. Also, listen, I know you guys obviously have the free Odyssey app, and it's fantastic. Catch up on all the shows. You guys can watch us now. WFAN YouTube. Check it out. Live stream of the show. You know, not just the clips that our team does such a good job with, but the entire show. Get a sense of the studio, get to see what we're doing here, pop you right into our studio, all right? So you can make even more mean-spirited comments about the way we look. Another avenue for you to do that. That sounds fun. Let me get Frank in Central Jersey. What's going on, Frank?
Hi, BT. Thanks for taking my call.
Yep.
Can I give you a quick Hulk Hogan anecdote before my Yankee point?
By all means,
to me,
yeah.
The thing that stands out most in my mind about Hulk Hogan, and I've been watching wrestling since I'm 5 years old, is in Madison Square Garden when he deadlifted Andre the Giant over his head and slammed him onto the mat. That, to me, is his all-time greatest moment.
Yeah, but hold on a second now. I wasn't at the Garden when he slammed Andre. That was at WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome in front of 93,000, as McMahon always tells us. But now he he slammed them other times. Like a lot of times things happen in wrestling, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's undefeated. This guy's never been slammed." So I'm sure that Hulk slammed Andre at the Garden, but the big one was, WrestleMania 3.
Okay. All right, but I do remember the one in the Garden.
Understood.
So my Yankee point, something, everybody's saying Cashman better do this, Cashman better do that. We need to remember, Cashman's the one that is responsible for putting the current and recent past teams on the field. To me, I would much rather see a lunch pail, meat and potatoes team put out onto that field, a bunch of hungry ball players with the spatterings of an Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole, and a couple of other really big-time major leaguers. But a lunch pail team, meat and potatoes out there, kids that want to play the game and are going to hustle. The Yankees have always, especially Cashman's, always had that thing of just giving us enough, just giving us the tease to where, well, we hope this will get us over the top. But he just doesn't seem to want to pull the punch.
But hold on a sec, Frank. Now, hold on one sec. So when you say he doesn't want to do it, we all know what you mean. But There were years where the Yankees' payroll was so exorbitant, and like the gap between the Yankees. Me and Sal were doing this the other day. The gap between some of the Yankees' years with the Dodgers and others, it's the disparity was massive. So, are you going to look at Cashman on that, or are you going to look at Hal? I mean, there's just a lot of things going on. Gary is in Monroe. Gary is on the fan with BT and Sal. What's up, Gary?
Hey, what's happening, guys? So thanks for taking my call. I want to talk about Listen, I don't blame Cashman. Cashman's given the Yankees a lot of great players. It's Boone. Boone is the cancer to this team, and you guys don't even talk about it. It's not the players. Let me tell you something. They're making so many errors right now because every player's out of position. You have a catcher at first. You have second basemen playing third. Like, of course you're going to have errors. Boone, he has Wells sitting on the bench yesterday. You're playing the Blue Jays. Boone blew so many games this year just not knowing how to manage this team that it's ridiculous. And you guys protect this manager. This guy's horrible.
No, Gary,
no Yankee fan likes him.
Okay, fair enough. So you think we protect him, or you think I'll speak for myself? You think I protect him? That's fine. I don't think I do. I think that what he's good at, I've always said, and that's keeping things together, keeping controversy low, and obviously winning a lot of games in the regular season. I also think that he's got deficiencies, which I've also pointed out. But to me, here's where I think that you're wrong. So you tell us that, he's playing this guy here and that guy there, wrong spot. Why do you think he's doing that? Do you think he's doing that because he wants to make his own life complicated? Or do you think he's doing it because his general manager put him in a position where he has to do that based on the roster? What's the answer?
Well, you got Goldschmidt's a first baseman, ain't he?
What? I know, but
why is this?
Gary, hold on. He's also Gary. He's 37. He can't play 3 days in a row on the carpet. I mean, you got to give him a rest. He's almost 40. He's not going to play 162 games.
Let me tell you something. I'm 66 years old. I watched the Yankees when they played 9 innings every day. These guys now are being run like you have to put a second baseman at third base. You have to. Come on, it's ridiculous.
Gary, you are you're switching gears and you try to do sleight of hand here. Again, you just said it, but you minimizing the important part. You just said, you put the wrong guys in the wrong spots again. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to ask you again. Why does Boone do that?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Can you answer the question first? Why does Boone do that?
But I don't know why he does this. I don't understand it. Me as a Yankee fan, I wouldn't do it.
Gary, I'm telling you why, Gary. Please listen. I love that you're fired up. It's all good. But listen for 1 second. The reason why Aaron Boone put some pieces that don't fit defensively in certain spots is because his general manager has given him a roster that requires him to do that based on the poor construction of said roster. Do you understand that now? I think maybe the better question is, do you agree with that now? Because I'm sure, you understand it, but do you agree with it? And I never tell people that their opinions are wrong because it's an opinion. But this is one of those situations where if you didn't agree with what I just said, I might have to say that your opinion's wrong. I mean, universally, it's pretty easy to see what's wrong. Come on. Got to take a little breaky here, Dove? I do. 888-808. Thanks for the call. Appreciate that. 808-1019. BT and Sal on the Fan. Coming up, power up. Little musical style. We lost the great Ozzy Osbourne. 5 bands or musicians, concerts that I would, because I never saw Ozzy, that I would love to have had or have the opportunity to see. Hoff will do his as well. BT and Sal on the Fan.
It's Keith McPherson at night on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
And someone said, the Yankees are the last to know. No, they're not. They're the last to admit. They're not the last to know anything. They know everything. They just are in denial.
Listen to Keith McPherson on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. TJ Watt's got the stats. Defensive Player of the Year, sack champion, all pros galore, but no playoff wins. Not one, and it haunts him. He says that failure stuck to his name until he changes it. Now the Steelers are going all in, with Watt leading the charge and a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers under center. Legacy's on the line, and the clock's ticking. I'm Maggie Gray.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Zip, zero, zilch. That's all it takes to drive at Sansone Auto Mall, Woodbridge, New Jersey. 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, 0% financing, 3,000 vehicles. Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, Jeep, even Toyota. Exclusively at the giant Sansone Auto Mall, Route 1, Woodbridge, New Jersey. There's 0 time to waste. On select vehicles with approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See dealer for details.
We're always talking New York sports on The Fan.
Attention BetMGM players. Have a friend who loves sports as much as you do? Here's a chance for both of you to earn a $100 bonus when they sign up through BetMGM's Refer a Friend program. Just sign into your BetMGM account and click on the Refer a Friend program to send your friend a message inviting them to register a new account in the same state you use BetMGM in. Once your friend signs up and makes a deposit, they'll receive a $100 bonus. And once your friend places a bet with their bonus and the wager's settled, you'll receive a $100 bonus as well. Share the excitement and get a $100 bonus every time you refer a friend to BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 30 days. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Febreze. It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la. Just got my car right here at Dana got my car right here at Dana Ford.
Dana Ford Summer Sales Event. New 2025 Ford Explorer Active. Lease $299 a month, 36 months, zero security. $43.39 due at signing. Includes 2-year complimentary maintenance. Details at DanaFordDeals.com. Dana Ford, Staten Island.
With approved credit, dealer retains Ford rebates. Expires 7/31/25.
Now it's time to power up with BT and Sal.
A little snap for you. They're not on the list. All right, BT and Sal back on the fan. Time for Power Up. Princeton Longevity Center brings it to you. Experience the power of personalized medicine. Now, with the news of Ozzy Osbourne passing away the other day, suddenly, well, maybe not suddenly, but certainly sadly, what we're going to do, and Hop's going to fill in for Sal today, so we'll get him going in a minute, but I want to establish a parameter here. So these are the 5 either bands or individual music artists that I would love to see in concert. Some could be, and say what Hop, some could be with us still, some could be deceased. But to do that, because I think you have to appreciate or at least know what I've seen, because otherwise it's like, well, what about this guy? Billy Joel, Elton John, The Stones, Snoop, Eminem, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, Journey, Kenny Rogers, The Eagles, Roger Waters, not Pink Floyd, Roger Waters, Everlast, Madonna, Lenny Kravitz, Black Crowes, Aerosmith, Allman Brothers. Those are the groups that I've seen. So, having said that, the bands or the musicians that we would like to see that we haven't yet seen. Number 5, get us going there, Hoffy.
Well, I've seen a lot of those bands too. I've seen pretty much everybody. So it's a very difficult list for me to make up here. This is a band this is my fault. This is not their fault. This is my fault, and they're still active. So I need to just make time for them. This is a newer band called 21 Pilots. It's not a newer band, but over the past 10 years or so, they've really built up. 21 Pilots, I hear they put on an amazing show. I've watched their live shows. I haven't actually been at a concert. They put on an amazing act. It's just 2 guys, but this is the band that I have to see, 21 Pilots.
There is no one that's going to have a more eclectic list than this guy. So I don't know what he's going to hit you with. I've never even heard of him. I'll take your word.
And again, that's your fault, not theirs.
Well,
same way as mine. It's my fault I haven't seen them.
Yeah, but again, music, like art, like wine, like food, subjective, buddy. You know, will get you revved up, might not get me revved up. Number 5 for me, these guys always get me revved up. I mean, this is a gimme. This is a layup. Not that I'm some workout warrior, but the 2 times a week that I basically, limp into my gym in the basement, one of the first things I say is, Alexa, play AC/DC. Play AC/DC. I love to see them, man. And when you see somebody like AC/DC, not like you wouldn't have appreciated them, 15 years ago, but imagine seeing AC/DC in 81 or 83 or just, God, you got to see these bands at the right time. So for me, number 5, AC/DC. Huff?
I think I saw AC/DC in, I want to say 2007.
Where? Do you remember what venue?
I actually, we drove down to, where did the Flyers play again?
Philly?
Well, I know, but what's the venue
the
called?
Old Spectrum.
It's not the Old Spectrum. It's whatever that venue is. That's where I saw them. It was a.
How was it?
It was great. It was AC/DC.
Yeah.
Whoa, who's this guy?
Oh, I want to see the Woo.
Never seen them before. I don't think I've seen any of their members perform live. I mean, Method Man's been out there for a while. Ghostface Killah, everybody. I have never seen Wu-Tang Clan. That is the one. I mean, obviously, Old Dirty's not around anymore, but
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good. So I like that one. That's one that I would definitely jump in with you there on. Number 4 for me, before you had the Woo, you had Lil Wayne.
That's right, on time is tricky.
What you say?
It's tricky.
Run DMC. God, I love these guys. How could you not? I mean, think about the styles. Forget about the music, which was always popping. The fat laces, the Adidas shells, the fat gold chains, the Kangos. Before LL was rocking his stuff, Run DMC was rocking their stuff. Run DMC, can listen to them all day. I absolutely love them. Number 4, Run DMC.
All right. So, unfortunately, I think I was 20 years old. No, maybe 19 years old when she passed away. Aaliyah. Aaliyah was one of those artists. I loved her when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I just wasn't in that phase of going to as many shows. She passes away in 2001 with that tragic plane accident, and then that's it. But she was so awesome. I have all her albums. She was incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you like it that much? Wow.
She's phenomenal.
I got you. Wow. It's kind of like some of these bands that die tragically. Like, who wouldn't have loved to? Now, Nirvana's not on my list, but who wouldn't love to see Nirvana? Are you kidding me? All right, number 3. Well, before you play it, I will preface it with this as I get to my number 3. I would say one of my favorite bands. They're like the 4 or 5 songs that I like, I love. But this band. But this is more about a generational thing, spawning a certain type of music. Let's go. All right, little Led Zeppelin. I've driven across the country, not twice. Not once have I ever reached for a Led Zeppelin, back then CD, like willingly. But there's certain Zeppelin songs that come on, and it is crank time. And you think about, just think about, the 70s and the stories. And some of my buddies have read, books on Led Zeppelin. I've read a lot more excerpts, from Rolling Stone magazine. Just some of their shenanigans were off the charts, insane. Led Zepp would be an insane concert to see. Number 3 for me.
Oh. I mean, how do you not put the Beatles on there? I mean, listen, I don't even think I've ever seen McCartney play live. I feel like
you know what? I did.
Yeah.
You know where?
Shay?
Billy Joel's final play at Shay. McCartney came out.
Yeah. I don't even think I've seen a cameo because I've seen Billy plenty of times, and I don't remember Paul ever coming out. But they talk about an iconic band that you need to be there. I almost put Elvis on this list. There was a few bands that I want, or musicians I want to, because just the scene, just that moment.
I agree.
The Beatles is definitely one of them.
That's a money call. It's funny. I've got my 5, and I'll get to number 2 in a minute. But I've got the Beatles on the list there. I've got Queen. I'm not a huge Queen fan, but imagine seeing Queen at Wembley.
Oh, my God.
Something like that. I had Elvis. I'm not on my list, but, if you had a chance to go see Elvis or even Frankie Valli, the Four Seasons.
Well, you still see Frankie Valli right now.
No, that's true. That's true.
Well, have you seen him being rolled out there?
Well, I mean, the Spinners, the stuff like that.
Yeah, the Platters.
All right, number 2. Let's go. Come on. Dog's favorite song. The Boys. The Beastie Boys. The best part about the Beastie Boys is that they didn't try to be something that they weren't. You think about Vanilla Ice. To even say them in the same sentence is the height of disrespect to the Beastie Boys. But even though I love that one song by Vanilla Ice, who did? Come on. But the Beastie Boys knew who they were. They were New York City kids. They were white rappers, and they were rapping about stuff that they knew. They weren't posing. They weren't fronting. They weren't faking. They just came with lyrics that a lot of white kids could relate to. And as a result, the black rap community said, oh, yeah, well, we accept these guys. These guys are real ones here. So the Beastie Boys, to me, are just, now that's going cross country. That just burned that out over and over. Great song. Fun songs, too. Stupid stuff. When you really think about it, just fun stuff. Number 2.
But they're excellent. And again, I saw them at DFP when I worked for K-Rock. DFP 8, the Dysfunctional Family Picnic 8 at Jones Beach. I was backstage when they performed. I talk about a band that just had the aura. They were just freaking awesome.
Were they cool when you met them?
I don't remember really running into them that much. I remember more. This was the year that we hyped up Jay-Z. He had made a cameo appearance. It was when Jay-Z and Linkin Park did a combination. They did a couple songs. They did a whole album together. And Jay-Z was an artist that we randomly threw out there. And the Strokes played after Jay-Z, but the crowd kind of walked away with Jay-Z. And the Strokes came off, and they were not too thrilled. And they had a huge fight with my chief engineer at the time, Richie Herbie, rest his soul. He went and kind of talked them a little, gave a piece of his mind because they were throwing around equipment and stuff like that.
A little static backstage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And listen, for me, there's only one band. Talk about a genre that I've seen every single band in the entire Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, you name it. I've seen every one of those bands from this era. The only one I was unable to see was Nirvana.
No. I love Nirvana. I absolutely, I'm surprised that now that I look at this, not that I would change anything, But if I was to remove Led Zeppelin just for the experience, Nirvana would be the one that I would. I would even think like about a little bit, and I love them, vintage Motley Crue just for the wild experience. You know, I love the Crue. These guys, though, and not just the mainstream songs. Like, you get deep on the, like, Polly Want a Cracker.
Yes. Well, the whole Unplugged album, it's just phenomenal.
I think I should get off her. I think you want some water. Good call, Hop. I'm almost annoyed that I didn't put them on there. It's a good. At least it's represented on the show.
Yeah, we did it as a combination. We did great so far.
Well done. Now, got the jacket over the style. Oh, my God. Michael Jackson, money. And you to me, the earlier stuff, like the further he got away from like Off the Wall, I think that was 79. I think Off the Wall, if that sounds right. And then obviously the early 80s, and then of course Thriller, a little bit beyond Thriller. But like at that point, after that, I was kind of like, And I hear some of those old, although I did love Black and White. That was good. That was a good video too. So there were a couple of songs that trickled in after 84 that I did like. But, man, you go back to early Michael Jackson, post-Jackson 5. I mean, he's Elvis. He's our generation's Elvis. He's our generation, the Beatles. Just amazing. So there you go. Power up. Good job on that, Huff. Nice. Dove, we're going to give you one band here. Contribute.
See live that I haven't seen live?
Yeah. You believe, a lot of people don't know.
Not now, but was back into rock and roll.
A lot of people don't know Dove was a big music guy back in the day, so I want to give you a chance.
Give you just one?
Yeah.
The Kinks.
Wow, the Kinks. Okay. Not bad.
The Davies Brothers.
No, I don't know about that one.
No, they were the Kinks.
Oh. I just know a few of the Kinks songs. The Kinks, is that like the Ramones? I know it's, wait, let me take that. I know it's not the Ramones, but.
They were part of the British Revolution.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Thank you very much. Like
you know the song You Really Got Me. You know that one.
Really got me now.
Exactly.
Of course. I definitely know very few, like, I think you're much more, like, this is your thing. You love this. Like, names of albums and actual names of songs, but, like, you put the song on, I could sing it. It's very weird how you forget the actual name of the song. It's like watching a batting stance and saying, oh, that looks like Barry Bonds, but not knowing that it's Barry Bonds. Like, it doesn't make any sense that I don't know some of the things we got here. Look at him. Yep. Not necessarily my thing, but okay. The one, and I gave you, thank you, Dove. I gave you the list of all the concerts that I've seen before I could get into the ones that I wish I could see. And I'm happy that I saw her. I got dragged there. I did not want to go. I think we were dating. No, we had just gotten engaged. Somebody got a suite. Former, always a friend, but a former one of my bosses at my old station at the Garden. Like, I did not want to go and see Madonna at all. Ugh. But honestly, it's cool to be able to put Madonna on the list. I mean, you put, like, it's Madonna's, Michael Jackson, Prince, that whole thing. But that's the one because everything else I saw, like, I went to see because I wanted to see. Did not want to see Madonna. And the funny thing, when I saw Kravitz, he actually couldn't finish the concert. You mentioned you saw Beastie Boys at Jones Beach, right? I was at Jones Beach. It was Lenny Kravitz. It was Everlast. And it was Black Crowes. Actually, a great concert in 99. And Lenny Kravitz, I think, if I remember, he had a heart issue. And like they had to end it. So it was kind of an odd end. But good job on that, Hoff. All right, BT and Sal, 12:57 on the fan. We'll get the update. 888-808-1019. Another hour to go. Back to the Yankee calls. I have a Met attendance item that I do want to throw on the table that's very interesting. Of course, Hulk Hogan has left us at the age of 71, and the Justin Fields injury, which appears to be not nearly as bad as we thought. BT and Sal on the fan.
The Yankees are back in the Bronx, taking on the Phillies. 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. God, it's It's a home run!
Driven by Jeep.
That was an extraordinary play.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play on the Fan. Woo! 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Stepping into the Kia K4 or K5 isn't just getting behind the wheel of any average sedan. It's stepping into what's next. With a K4, it's stepping into a world that's exciting. With a K5, it's one that's bold. The Kia K4 and K5, the next movement for sedans. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more.
Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid at store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Book your next United flight from the NYC area's most on-time airport this summer, Newark.
Copyright 2025 United Airlines Inc. All rates reserved. A14 on-time performance data from DOT reporting carriers for arrivals and departures from mass flight for June 2nd to July 14th, 2025.
With baseball in full swing, there's never a dull moment or a shortage of thrills in this league. The thrills are nothing new at Bay Ridge Mazda. Tired of that clunker you've been driving? Just bring it into Bay Ridge Mazda for up to $2,000 over book value all month long. The time is now to make a trade. Head over to the place where everybody wins, Bay Ridge Mazda, located on 4th Avenue and 90th Street, or buy your car direct at BayRidgeMazda.com and have it delivered to your door. That's Bay Ridge Mazda, 4th Avenue and 90th Street in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Hi, we're Wren Kitchens. In our 50-year history, we've made and installed millions of quality kitchens, and now you can find us at the Home Depot across the tri-state area. With thousands of styles and colors to choose from, we offer a free home measurement service and expert design consultation. All of our kitchens are made in the U.S. and delivered directly to you and installed by our specialist fitters. We cut out the middleman to save you money. And with our flexible financing, you can spread the cost over 7 years. Come down to Wren Kitchens at the Home Depot now. Finance subject to credit approval. Offers may change. See website for more details.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same-game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets, like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are here. Real offers, dream vehicles, all waiting for you at Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Now's the time to drive the luxury you deserve with limited time offers on select models. Make this a summer to remember during Mercedes-Benz Dream Days at Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Wake up with Boomer and Geo. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 1:02. I'm Andrew Bogish. This Sports Flash is sponsored by Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It is a hit to many childhoods. Hulk Hogan has passed away at 71. The wrestling legend was dealing with undisclosed health issues recently, undergoing 2 surgeries. TMZ reported he went into cardiac arrest at his Florida home this morning. Jets fans, it appears, can relax a bit. Justin Fields apparently dealing with just a dislocated toe on his right foot. He was hurt during their second practice of training camp this morning. ESPN says the injury is not significant and Fields should not miss too much time. Now, speaking of toes, the Giants didn't have Malik Neighbors on the field much this offseason because of a toe injury that dates back to LSU. Brian Dable asked this morning before practice how they're handling Neighbors now.
We'll see as it goes. I think it's, we'll go through practice, see how it feels. If we have to pull back, we'll pull back some. Looked pretty good yesterday.
Dable would not say if surgery was ever on the table for Neighbors. No local baseball today. The Yankees back at home to spend the weekend with the Phillies, while the Mets open a road trip in San Francisco tomorrow night. Fan weather is sponsored by United Airlines. It's 84 degrees, mostly sunny in Central Park. And that's what's happening. Sports flashes top of every hour. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
I like this one. This one I like.
Bonita, right? Whatever. I remember this one. When she was still normal. All right, BT and Sal here on The Fan. Hey, listen. You know, I am not one of these people who gets incredibly nuts about calling up prospects. I don't even think Hoff saw this. Has anybody seen what Mr. Spencer Jones is doing today? Today. We know what he's been doing so far in the minor leagues. Spencer Jones today, his first at-bat, he hit a home run. His second at-bat, he hit a home run. His next at-bat, he hit a home run. Spencer Jones today is 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. He's got 13 home runs in 19 games. This is not Double-A where the next thing is like, all right, he's proved himself. Let's push him up to Triple-A. This is now being done at Triple-A. Remember, Lombard is at Double-A. Lombard's also 19. Spencer Jones is 24 because he went to Vanderbilt. I mean, call him up. Call him up. What? He can't be worse than Dominguez. Now, the only thing you want to tell me, and first of all, now I don't know how you could trade him. So the fear would be, let's say the Yankees were inclined to call him up, which they're probably not. But if they were, and they're thinking about a big trade that maybe, well, we know the names that we talk about, but maybe they're actually plotting something even bigger, okay? If Jones is being part of that package for a trade, that, I mean, again, a stud, young, star, nobody thought this guy would get traded, 3-4 years left of controllability, that type of trade, not a rental, and definitely not for Suarez at age 34. Well, then maybe you just keep him in the minors, because if you bring him up and he starts out 1 for 12 with 8 strikeouts, you know, maybe that might turn off the team. I don't know. But that is the only reason why this man should not be in a Yankee uniform starting tomorrow. That's it. Call them up. I don't know what he's going to do when he gets up here. I don't know what he's going to look like. I don't know how. Well, left field, DH, right field, Judge, DH here and there. I don't know. Center, I don't know. Figure it out. This man is on a tear that absolutely has to be rewarded. 3 at-bats, 3 home runs today. This is not a reaction like, well, the Yankees called up Spencer Jones, you know, a week or so ago, and, yeah, fairly nondescript, fairly benign start to his AAA career, and he just had a big day, and like buffoons, we're going to start yelling to call him up. No. This is somebody, the moment he was called up, basically to AAA, he has put on a show. He is screaming, I'm ready. Let's find out. Call him up. 888-808-1019. I didn't think many of you saw that because I just happened to kind of come across it on social media. That is absolutely insane. That is insane. Wow. I mean, call him up, Dovey. The BT and Sal Show on The Fan brought to you by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets. Speaking of the Mets, I'm sure that Hoff saw this. I'm sure many Met fans have seen this. It's been posted a lot. I got to at least bring this to the table. This is good stuff here because your owner challenged you a while ago. Show up. I'm spending money. We got a good team. Show up. So, Hoff, did you know the exact specifics of what it maybe you do, maybe you don't. The Mets announced over 250,000 fans were in attendance at Citi Field for the most recent 6-game homestand. That was the Reds and the Angels. Now, they had a sellout last night, 43,000, and then obviously that was on a Tuesday. I mean, a fairly random Tuesday against the Angels, going back to that game, not yesterday's game, Tuesdays. And you're talking about 254,000 plus over a 6-game homestand. They had 4 sellouts, and they cleared 41,000 fans in all 6 games. Now, I don't know the exact time that last happened. I can promise you it's been a minute. Let's see. For the first, I'm just kind of bouncing through social media posts here. For the first time since Citi Field opened in 2009, the Mets are in the top 5 in Major League average home game attendance. Sal and I went through this probably a week or 2 ago, and I think they were number 7-ish, and they were kind of creeping up. Right now it's the Dodgers 1, Yankees 2, Padres 3, Phillies 4, Mets 5. What else here? I remember I saw one other thing. Something about, is this it? Yes. Nice. All right. So this was from yesterday. Attendance today, 41,500 plus for a Wednesday day game. Impressive, blah, blah, blah. Season attendance now at 2 million, a little less than 100. So I'll just round this off. A little less than 2,100,000. And there is a shot at breaking the Citi Field's all-time mark, which is 3,154,000 set in the year that it opened here. And for them, this is a good tweet. For them to do this, they would have to average just under 39,000 over the last 28 home dates to break the record. I think they're going to do it. Because they're going to make trades as well. Talk about the Yankees making trades. The Mets, by the way, not that they're perfect, they're not, but at least they swept a team that you're supposed to beat. And you guys are showing up in droves. That's awesome. That's called synergy. That's called organizational fan synergy. When the owner says, again, you wanted to be pretty humble, but he very easily could have stood on a soapbox and said, are you kidding me, Met fans? After the payroll, after what I've done, retired numbers, kind of, make the Jackie Robinson Rotunda look a little more like the Mets. I don't know. What a concept. And that's not against Jackie, obviously. That's just it's the Met Stadium, And I remember when I got a tour of Citi Field in 2009 before it opened, and we used to do a lot of TV shows, the old Wheelhouse show on SNY. We used to do a lot of on-set, on-location stuff at Citi, and that was a complaint. That was a gripe from minute one. Is this Ebbets Field or is this the next Shea Stadium? What is going on? So Cohen, because he's a humble guy, could have attacked this very differently, but he just said, hey, you got to show up. And that's about as direct as he's going to get, and you have. He has spent, and you have shown up. So if the Mets average just under 39,000 for the final 28 home dates, they will break the Citi Field attendance record set back in 2009. That's good. That is good. All right, 888-808-1019. It's back to you guys here. Mike. Mike.
Yeah.
Mike. Oh, sorry, Mike. I don't know what that was. How about Liam? I didn't mean to bounce you that fast, but that was a little bit too loud. Yorktown. Liam, what's going on?
Hey, BT. Thank you for taking my call.
It is my pleasure.
Yeah, you said something. I know you're really locked in with the Yankees, but you said something that Sal said last week, and it really gets me fired up. You said that Stanton, we got him, and that because of that is why we didn't get Harper and Machado.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is Harper and Machado didn't want to be Yankees. You know that. If they wanted to be Yankees,
Harper is that
if they wanted to be Yankees, they would. No, being a Yankee is a way of thinking. Just like Fried wanted to be a Yankee. Guys who want to be here have, Harper and Machado. The reason they're not here isn't because we got Stanton.
I disagree.
And it's the same reason.
I disagree.
Why? Really? But
yes.
We gave Garrett Cole $500 million. We can sign Fried to 100. So we're the Yankees. Stanton paying him isn't handcuffing us from. Well, I ask you this: When was the last time the Yankees made a big free agent position player acquisition?
The last time the Yankees made a big this year, Max Fried.
No, a position, not pitcher.
Position player. I mean, the first thing that jumped. Now I'm just kind of piecing history together. Certainly, Mark Teixeira in 2009. There's got to be a couple of more after that.
That's the last guy I think of too.
Is that
That's the exact guy? The Yankees don't make moves for big free agent guys, and that's something that they used to do more with Steinbrenner, George, but they haven't been doing that. Stanton is an All-Star Game MVP. He's basically the best guy we have outside of Judge in the lineup when he's in there.
No,
I think he's the last thing.
Come on.
Right. In the playoffs? One at bat in the playoffs.
He's a beast in the playoffs. I love him in the playoffs, no doubt.
I'm just saying, Sal said it last week. We're the Yankees. Harper isn't a Yankee because he didn't want to be. And same with Machado.
No, I don't know who said what, but that's not true. That's wrong, Liam. As I read, in 2019, the Yankees, I don't need to read this, but I'll read this just to maybe, prove to you. I've been saying this forever. In 2019, the Yankees chose not to pursue Bryce Harper, opting instead to acquire Giancarlo Stanton. This decision's been seen by some as a mistake. As Harper's achieved significant success with the Phillies, blah, blah, blah. The Yankees cited roster configuration and salary cap constraints as reasons for their decision. Harper, who grew up as a Yankee fan, expressed interest in playing for them, but ultimately signed with the Phillies. So, you could choose to believe that or not. Let's see. Yankees decision, Harper's perspective. Harper grew up a Yankee fan, acknowledged his desire to play for the team, even mentioned being a fan of legendary Yankees like Derek Jeter and Mariano. I mean, yeah, come on. Bill's in Britain.
I'm waiting on hold. I'm going to be on the radio.
Bill. Oh, he's going to be on the radio. Who are you telling that to, Bill?
Yes, I'm talking to one of my customers. I'm delivering mail. It's pretty funny.
It is your
Great
chance
timing.
to be a star, Billy. Billy is on the radio.
No, I've talked to you guys before. Listen, I love listening to you guys talk about wrestling because I grew up with that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell you the first time I saw it, my dad used to bring me every month to the Spectrum religiously because he knew I loved it.
Yeah.
And I was going originally to the Spectrum to see Backlund get the belt back from the Sheik. In between, Hogan got the belt from the Sheik at MSG. So that was no longer a headliner, but I still got to see Hulk Hogan. And I remember having my sign above my head. I was 14 years old. And as soon as that music came out, I'm jumping up and down like a little girl at a Beatles concert. And I had tears out of my eyes. The emotion in that place was amazing. And I still feel it.
Yep.
And I still have the, believe it or not, Backlund gave me his towel that day. And I still got it in my man cave downstairs.
Wait, Bob Backlund gave you a towel?
Yeah, he used to throw his towel to the crowd, and I had a sign that said, Bob Backlund, we still love you, #1 champion. He motioned for me to come up.
Wow.
And I was 14 years old, hung it on my neck, and it was cool. I still got it in my man cave. Look at all the pictures of me.
That's a very...
Yeah, I got pictures of me and Andre and me and Rock's father. But anyway...
Yeah, that, by the way, hold on real quick. That's a like a lot of us have cool merch and cool memorabilia. That is a really unique one. Who did he wrestle that night? Who did Backlund wrestle that night?
He wrestled the Sheik. That was originally that was going to be the headliner for him to get the belt back, but in between, Hogan wrestled at MSG and got the belt, so it became the last match on the card.
Wow!
But and then we would leave, and all the time we come back from Philly, and we'd hop over and we'd hit the Howard Johnsons on the way back around midnight. Where we would run into everybody. So we saw Slaughter, Ivan Putski. We signed all these guys. Got pictures, but I ran into Hogan that night. The limo was outside. There were only 6 people there. It was like 12:30. I was so happy. I said, Hulk, can I get an autograph? He goes, not now, kid. I'm busy. Oh, man, my heart went down through my feet. And I'll never forget. There's the same night, so it was a high and a low. But the weird part is now how weird life is, as I'm on hold with you, my son's 14. I can't even get him to text me back when I text him. I get a text while I'm on a hold for you. Hey, Dad, Hulk Hogan died. I'm like, wow, the same age I was when I saw Hogan. Isn't that kind of eerie?
That is a full circle. Yeah,
I hope I run into you guys someday and talk wrestling because I could talk your ears off. I used to see that. I have pictures of every Andre
Bill,
and
I
everything.
Could tell. Hey, anybody could say Hulk Hogan. You say the name Ivan Putski, I know you're locked in.
We went to a diner with him in Asbury Park. Yeah, it was great. We had some great memories.
Asbury Park.
I got to run into you guys. Sometime in person and have some talks, man. Hey, good. Thanks for entertaining me all day. I really appreciate your show, man. You're great.
It is my pleasure. It's our pleasure when we're together, obviously. Goes to a diner with Ivan Putski. Yeah, imagine going to a diner with Triple H out of, hey, we're going to just go to a diner. Like, you can't do that anymore. It was such a different existence. It was just, just think about the hotel that he's, not to disparage the Howard Johnson chain at all, but, Triple H is not staying at the Howard Johnson, staying at the Four Seasons, all probability. So, just wild times. Yeah. Now, I don't want to be crude here. You say that Hulk was in a limousine, and he said, "Not now, time. Not, I think. What did you say? Not now, kid. I have my hands full." Maybe Hulk was cleaning up a little bit after the match, and if that's the case, isn't that like the one pass you would give the man? Now, if he's just walking out and he brushes you off, or he's getting ready to go into the limo with Tony Atlas, and Greg the Hammer Valentine. All right, kind of a jerk move. But I suspect Hulk may have been getting loose there. Charlie's up in the Poconos. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, what's up, BT? Hey, real quick before I get to my Yankee point, I don't know what Hoff threw me for more of a loop. Aaliyah on the same list as the Beatles, or what else? Or Frankie Lindor as the best shortstop ever. He's completely thrown me for a loop these last 2 days.
Well, the music stuff, I'm never pushing back on. The Lindor, I'll let others push back on that. But
I hope he's all right. I hope he's all right.
Good. Look, he's smiling. He's good. He's all right.
He knows. Listen, BT. Listen, the Yankees. They used to consider the Yankees arrogant because the Yankees would go out. They get the best players. You could get creative. You could do things like the Rays. You could do all kinds of quirky stuff. The Yankees are going to beat you with the best talent, period.
Yep.
And that's where the arrogance came from. There's a different kind of arrogance now with this team. Here's what it is. We can play a center fielder in left field. It doesn't matter. We can play a second baseman at third place. No, you're wrong. It doesn't matter. We can put a guy in a closer role, take him out of a closer role, put him back in a closer role. None of it matters. We can hit a guy lead off. The next night we can hit him seventh. The next day we can hit him third. It doesn't matter. We're the Yankees. Oh, no, you're wrong. It doesn't matter. Oh, Volpe's a premier defensive shortstop. You're not seeing what you're seeing. It doesn't matter. Ben Rice can catch. He's not a major league catcher. We put him behind the plate in one of the most demanding physical positions in all of sports. He'll be fine. It doesn't matter.
It's all right.
This is the new Yankee arrogance, and it's been happening now for about 10 to 12 years, which we went through it with Sanchez. We can put Gleyber Torres at shortstop. You can see he's not a shortstop. No. Put him at shortstop. Shortstop. We're good. We're all good. This is the new Yankee arrogance, and I watch it and I listen to it every night. They are constantly trying to fit square pegs in round holes and telling us that that's the right way to do things. And we know what we're watching, BT.
Yep.
We know what we're watching.
No question. Let me ask you this. That's a good call, Charlie. Is it arrogance or is it ignorance?
Well, I don't think it's ignorance, because ignorance is they don't know. I think they do know. I think they're intent on forcing this issue, and it's not working. I don't think it's ignorance. There's too many people with experience in that organization. Boone's one of them that know better.
Well,
so I don't think it's ignorance.
Charlie, let me just be fair. When I say ignorance, thank you for the call. Good call. I don't mean stupid. I don't mean like clueless. I don't mean that. What I'm saying is, are they ignorant to? I don't even love using that word, but I just, arrogance or ignorance is an expression, so that's why I used it there. But is it just that the game has passed certain people by that make big decisions? Now, that would be, again, is that ignorance, not dumb, not IQ, not brain cell count, just, are they just have they lost their fastball? I mean, let's face it. Players get old. Players lose it. So do executives. And if it's the same thing all the time, is it arrogance, or are they just missing the mark with their decisions because the game's passed them by? In certain respects. I don't mean it with everything. I don't know. 888-808-1019 is the number. We got BT and Sal on the Fan. Brandon, Tierney, Sal, Licata show. This is flying. I'll tell you, it's been a lot going on today, Huff. Oh, my God. The Hulkster passing away. I thought that this was the day, based on the way it was presented. I'm sitting in studio, getting ready for the show. It's like 8:30, just having a sip of coffee or trying to. And I get an alert on my iPhone from the Odyssey app. Tune in immediately. Instant reaction. Boomer and Gio. Justin Fields carted off the practice field. So from that emotional whatever, so you just think ruptured Achilles, busted knee, he's done, to it's his toe and he's fine, to the Hulkster dying, to the Yankee stuff. And quietly, the Met fans just kind of going about his business, chipping away with these wins. 888-808-1019. BT and Sound on the Fan.
Odyssey's We Can Survive. Starring Ed Sheeran.
The Goo Goo Dolls.
Alex Warren.
And Shabuzi.
All on one stage, one night only.
Friday, September 26th at the Proof.
Hello. Thank you all for coming out to this.
Tickets on sale Friday, August 1st at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Today's play of the day is the Guardians on the money line at -115 over the Orioles. The O's have been a fade candidate all season long and have lost 7 of their last 8 games. Charlie Morton is also pitching, who's 5-8 with a 5.58 ERA. Meanwhile, the Guardians have been greatest favorites this year, going 25-13 and have won 8 of their last 10. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app. Please gamble responsibly.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Just got my car right here at Dana Ford. Just got my car right here at Dana Ford.
Dana Ford Summer Sales Event. New 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Lease $329 a month. 36 months, zero security. $42.50 Ford Do-It signing. Includes 2-year complimentary maintenance. Details at DanaFordDeals.com. Dana Ford, Staten Island.
With approved credit, dealer retains Ford rebates. Expires 7/31/25.
Some of the finest dishes in restaurants around the world are made in cookware. Not surprising, since Made In is crafted by chefs for chefs and designed for restaurants and home kitchens alike. Discover all their cookware at madeincookware.com.
Most tire dealers will sell Bridgestone tires, but Town Fair Tire sells Bridgestone tires for an unbeatable combination of the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services for life. Town Fair is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer. So when you're in the market for a new set of Bridgestone tires, get to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Recovering from an addiction is an individual accomplishment. A young mother who chose recovery to care for her family. A high school athlete overcoming opioid addiction. A couple celebrating his recovery. Everyone's recovery is different, and there's no shame in asking for help. Call 844-REACH-NJ. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the recovery option that's best for you. Tell us your story, and let's begin your recovery today.
Did you catch Luisito's header?
Yeah, I just recorded it on my new Samsung A36 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung Tab A9 that I also got free at Total Wireless.
I got that tablet too.
And I got that phone too. We both got both.
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung A36 5G and the Samsung Tab A9 for free. For a limited time while supplies last, valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G Unlimited plan or higher external port and ID verification, and new activation on the Total 5G Unlimited 6-month tablet plan. Restrictions apply.
Talk New York sports on the Fan.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey everyone, Boomer here. I had a tomahawk steak last night that was absolutely cooked to perfection. Now, you already know how it was done. With the Chef IQ Sense, the wireless thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether you're cooking on a stovetop, oven, or grill. It is built to withstand extreme heat, and the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill and even when to flip them. Order the newly released 3rd generation Chef IQ Sense right now at chefiq.com. And make sure to put the code word Boomer in for 15% off.
The More to Move You summer sales event is on at Open Road Mazda of Morristown and Open Road Mazda of East Brunswick. Don't miss exceptional offers on our most popular models. The versatile 2025 Mazda CX-5 is just $229 per month for 33 months. Or lease the rugged 2025 Mazda CX-50, now only $239 per month for 33 months. There's more to move you at Open Road Mazda of Morristown and Open Road Mazda of East Brunswick. Click, shop, we deliver. OpenRoadMazda.com. Must finance through Mazda Financial Services. See dealer for complete details.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
All right, BT and Sal back on the Fan, doing a pretty interesting juggle today with the Yankee stuff, a little Met attendance stuff, Justin Fields stuff. Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71. So a lot of stuff obviously going on. Let's just get back to the calls here. 888-808-1019 is the number. Tyler's in Caldwell, New Jersey. Tyler, what's happening?
BT, how's it going, my man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right, but listen, I need you guys at the station to offer a prayer for me. I don't live in North Jersey anymore. I actually moved down to the Philly area.
All right.
Surrounded by, besides Met fans, probably the most clueless group of sports fans on the planet. I promise you that. But we're making do here. Listen, I want to talk about the Yankees, and I'm not going to be an armchair GM that says, we got to trade for this guy. Because once again, it's one of those years where even if they acquire maybe Mendoza lines hitting 40 home run third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's not going to result in what the Yankee fans want. And, I hate to say this because this is a product of my generation. Baseball and how people look at it has become so insufferable with analytics. The fact that I need to talk to people and try and make a case, which is, in my opinion, a very obvious case, for things like defense and how errors matter and how batting average is extremely important when you're looking at an offensive player.
Yeah.
The fact that that has become even a conversation, a question that somebody asks is utterly ridiculous. And I find no coincidence that as Yankees, aside from, of course, Judge and Bellinger's been playing fantastic, the fact that they turned into this boomer bust, home runner bust team with extremely subpar, inconsistent at best defense. We saw it in the World Series. We saw it rear its ugly head. The fact that fans don't look at stuff like that and instead pound on the table for a Eugenio Suarez or a stopgap player at best, who is, I promise you, not going to make a crazy impact when it's all said and done. It bothers me, man. It really does. And it's been going on for nearly a decade now. I just don't understand when it's going to stop. I really don't.
Probably when Cashman's gone. That's probably when it's going to stop. It's not going to stop with Cashman.
But you know what? Here's my thing, and I know I wasn't around for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're being honest here, the true spirit, the true arrogance that, the dark empire, that former Yankees, it passed away with George Steinbrenner, unfortunately, because you know what? You were, by the way, 100% right with the Bryce Harper stuff. The Yankees chose not to go after Bryce Harper. Yankees had Bryce Harper in his hands.
Yeah.
Didn't want to sign him for whatever reason. You're 100% right with that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the issue. I mean, Bryce Harper, even if you did acquire Stanton, this is the Yankees we're talking about. I called about this same time last year. They are the most valuable team in North America. Aside from soccer teams, they're the most valuable team on the planet.
Yep.
How in the world are you talking about things like salary cap in the MLB of all leagues that doesn't even have a salary cap? Who cares about the luxury tax? You charge people $150 at the gate that sit in the nosebleeds and $50 for a hot dog and a beer. You're really going to complain about your pockets? You're turning a profit no matter what. And, ownership across the board in all of these leagues. I wish they would understand that the more they put into their team, the more they put into their infrastructure, the more they put into everything, the more successful the team is going to be, and it's going to be a better product that the fans are going to be begging and pleading for. I'm going to listen to what you have to say.
That's
BC, love your show. Hope you
thank you, man. I appreciate the support. Thank you. We enjoy it. I mean, I don't disagree. It's the same song and dance. They make a ton of money. They spend a ton of money. We want them to spend more. But the truth of the matter is, if you listen to so many things I've said about the Yankees over the years, my focus has never been on spend more. I wouldn't mind if they spent another $50 or $75 million, get some separation from the Dodgers and the Mets. Sure, that would have been great, But I don't clamor for that because I realize that that's not necessarily going to build a championship team. It's going to present more shiny objects and, get you a couple more regular season wins. But if the players that you bring in are still the same flawed players that you too often bring in, well, guess what? At the most inopportune time, guess when you're going to drop a pop-up, muff a ground ball, mess up a rundown, not do the right thing on the bases, have a bullpen implosion in October. So even to me, there's no direct correlation necessarily, not provable. Yeah, circumstantially, sure, but I can't sit here and say if the Yankees spend $40 or $50 million more, if they absorb whatever contracts they might think about absorbing now in the next 6 days, I guess, if I have that right, that it's going to ensure them a championship? No, because there's too many cracks in the foundation of the New York Yankees, and there have been cracks in the foundation of the New York Yankees for a long time. And the one thing that the Yankees no longer have the benefit of having around here is, now I'm not saying the Mets are perfect. I don't think the Mets are a World Series team right now. I don't. I've said that. They got to get some players. All right. But because of the Mets being, much more viable now, and I just gave you the attendance numbers. I mean, the Mets have to average 38 or 39,000 people, which is doable because they had 42,500 every night against the Reds and the Angels. When the schedule comes out, you look at when are the Yankees coming in, when are the Red Sox coming in, when are you playing the Phillies, when are you playing the Braves, maybe the Padres, maybe one or two other teams I'm missing. You don't go out and run and get tickets for maybe when Mike Trout was 25, not now, and certainly not for the Reds. Yeah, Johnny Bench comes to Shea Stadium. Okay. So that night you'll get 17,000 instead of 12 because the big red machine's in. But the point is that the Yankees are now no longer going to enjoy or get the benefit of the doubt from the Mets' success and the Mets' increased profile complicates their world, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like when the Mets are a doormat and the Mets are a joke and it's the LOL Mets and they're not spending money and they're cheaping out and they're never a threat to win the World Series, which was pretty much not all, obviously, because they got to a World Series, too, this century. But to really win a World Series, the Yankees they own the town. And even when things aren't perfect, you could always say, well, look at the Mets. I mean, you could be them. Can't say that now. So they're no longer shielded the way they once were. Let me get Stan in West Orange. What's up, Stan?
Hey, BT, how you been, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right, so far so good. It's been a long journey. It's a long story. But, hey, I wanted to agree with you with the McMahon situation. I believe that if they can get him to play third base, he's like a breath of fresh air from, in the respect that he wants to leave. I think he would be more than happy to leave Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think he could bring something as opposed to somebody like Suarez, who maybe at the end of the season would expect something. I want somebody who's hungry. I want somebody who would solidify that defense because I think Chisholm and I think Goldschmidt are pretty solid defensively. So, I mean, Volpe, of course, the jury's still out, but solidify the defense, and they'll be much better off. Hey, by the way, just quickly, financially, they'd be in a better situation. Do you realize that there's a local prospect who hit his first Major League home run last night?
No, I didn't see that. Where's he from?
He's from Mawa. He's from
nice.
Joe's neighborhood.
Nice.
His name is.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. His name is Kyle Teal.
Okay.
And he's either Mike Teal's nephew or his cousin. The
That's
Rutgers
awesome.
quarterback.
Oh, wow. Yeah, of course.
So,
I know the name Teal, yeah. Now, was he drafted out of high school or is he a college kid?
No, he went to Virginia for 4 years. He went to school at Mawa with a younger cousin of mine.
Okay, gotcha.
And,
that's great.
I've been following him, and then another business associate of mine is friends with his dad. He's with the White Sox. They called him up about 6 weeks ago.
It's beautiful.
He's hitting 277.
I got you.
He's been up and down. He's been getting on base consistently. He's a catcher. This is a hot prospect to bring him home somewhere down the road.
Hey, bring them all in.
The thing is, huh?
No, I'm saying bring them all in there. Bring everybody.
Right. Here's the thing, man. You just made me lose my train of thought.
It's all good. I'm up against the break anyway there, Stan, but I appreciate the call. I definitely appreciate local success. There's no doubt. Good stuff. Best of luck to the young man. I know you said he's related to Teal. If his last name is Teal, then go get him, man. Just keep touching that dream and go. Just keep going. I mean, you already touched it. You had a home run in the major league. Keep going. 888-808-1019. BT and Sal on the Fan.
It's Evan and Tiki. Afternoons on the Fan 101.9 FM.
I can't wait to hear you yelling and screaming, talking about how this was the moment when Juan Soto officially tattooed that Mets logo onto his chest. I want that to happen. It just isn't happening.
Listen to Evan and Tiki on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Coach Brian Daboll took all the mystery out of the Giants quarterback situation yesterday. He made it clear that it's Russell Wilson's job. That means we'll have to wait to see rookie Jackson Dart. But unfortunately for Wilson, his reward is a brutal start of the season. The Giants should be improved, but they have the hardest schedule in the league. With Daboll on the hot seat, makes sense going with the veteran, at least for now. But Daboll's team needs to show hope for the future as well, and that means playing Dart at some point soon. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Luxury just got tripled with Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Union, and Freehold, New Jersey. 3 powerhouse locations, 1 legendary name. Ray Katina. More selection, more convenience, and more ways to drive excellence. Experience the power of 3. Visit BenzFam.com.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Hi, we're Wren Kitchens. In our 50-year history, we've made and installed millions of quality kitchens, and now you can find us at the Home Depot across the tri-state area. With thousands of styles and colors to choose from, we offer a free home measurement service and expert design consultation. All of our kitchens are made in the U.S. and delivered directly to you and installed by our specialist fitters. We cut out the middleman to save you money. And with our flexible financing, you can spread the cost over 7 years. Come down to Wren Kitchens at the Home Depot now. Finance subject to credit approval. Offers may change. See website for more details.
Taking a Cadillac is more than just taking a drive. It elevates every journey. It's the smooth excitement of an all-electric Lyric, the exhilarating thrill of pushing the limits in a Cadillac Optic, the liberating freedom in the expansive XT6, or the confidence that commands attention in an Escalade or Escalade IQ. Discover which Cadillac is right for you and elevate every journey. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer.
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf or saving for a family vacation. But one commitment that's easy, switching to Fios Home Internet with a 5-year price lock guarantee. That means 5 great summers of fast, reliable internet at the same low price. All with the Fios 1 gig internet plan. Plus no hidden fees or equipment charges. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for new and existing My Home customers.
Call of the day with Brendan Tierney and Sal Licata on the Fan.
Gary's on the Fan with Pete and Sal. What's up, Gary?
I don't blame Cashman. Cashman's given the Yankees a lot of great players. It's Boone. It's not the players. They're making so many errors right now because every player's out of position. You have a catcher at first. You have second basemen playing third. Like, of course you're going to have errors. You have to put a second baseman at third base. You have to – come on. It's ridiculous.
Gary, why does Boone do that?
I don't know why he does this. I don't understand it. Me as a Yankee fan, I wouldn't do it.
Gary, I'm telling you why, Gary. The reason why Aaron Boone put some pieces that don't fit defensively in certain spots is because his general manager has given him a roster that requires him to do that based on the poor construction of said roster. Do you understand that now? And I never tell people that their opinions are wrong because it's an opinion. But like, this is one of those situations where if you didn't agree with what I just said, I might have to say that your opinion's wrong. I mean, universally, it's pretty easy to see what's wrong. There you go. There you go. All right, good stuff there. Good back and forth. BT and Sal here. 888-808-1019. By the way, Odyssey's We Can Survive concert is back with performances by Ed Sheeran, the Goo Goo Dolls, Alex Warren, Shabuzi. All on one stage, one night only. Prudential Center, Friday, September 26th. Tickets on sale Friday, August 1st. So that's coming up at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. See you at Odyssey's We Can Survive, presented by Veger. Honestly, is it Veger? Veger? Well, I'm going to go with Veger. Soft G. For pets. VEG-ER. So, one of the calls, I'll get back to these calls here, obviously. Got about 10 more minutes. Evan and Tiki coming up next after us. And when Hulk passed, and he passed during the show, I told you some of my early wrestling moments. And the one thing about wrestling back then is that you could protect storylines because, it's not going to be on social media. Like, you could just do a house show, and then nobody's recording it on a phone, and nobody knows what the hell happened. So you could basically do the same match with the same storyline throughout as you move through the territories. And one of the callers, and he sounded a little bit older, and he said that, his greatest moment was when Hogan slammed Andre, and he said at the Garden. And I'm like, I let him finish the story, and then I'm like, I think you mean probably WrestleMania 3, 93,000 people, Pontiac Silverdome. That's when he picked him up when Andre was wearing the black singlet, and hulked up and picked him up and slammed him, and that was it. And he said, no, I really thought it was the Garden. And, then I got a couple of, tweets and texts here, and there was, and DMs, whatever, other stuff, just, is there any other way to communicate? Jeez. And one guy said that he saw Andre get slammed by Hulk Hogan at Shea Stadium in 1980. And I'm mad at myself for not remembering that. Now that happened, it actually is a lot more conceivable in my mind that the gentleman also really did see Hulk slam Andre at the Garden. And I don't remember, I'm not saying that there weren't any, but I don't remember any video of WWF back then being at Yankee Stadium. I remember them going to Shea Stadium a lot. And I wasn't even watching it. It was like just before I started watching, like 1980. I was just a little too young. I kind of came in the next year or the year after that. But like Larry Zbyszko, this is all just, watching, YouTubes and documentaries. Larry Zbyszko was there. Pedro Morales was there a lot. Hulk, Andre. Those maybe Kamala, Abdullah the Butcher. Those are some. We're going back. My goodness. But yeah. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe he did get slammed to the Garden. Let me get Rich in Brick, New Jersey. What's going on there, Rich?
What's going on there, BT? Let me start by saying that I've been following the Yankees since early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, this mess starts at the top. And the only way that this is going to change is, in my opinion, is if Hal relinquishes his managing partner, give it to his sister, and then his sister comes in, cleans house, including saying, thanks, Cash, but we got to make some changes here because you're right. The Yankees can only do with what Cash provides to the Yankees at this point. And right now, as long as everyone's filling those seats at 50,000 plus, and as long as they're getting their gates for maybe 1 or 2 playoff series, Hal is just going to be complacent and fine.
Yeah. I mean, I love to push back because I'd love to show Hal like a little more respect. And I don't just punch Hal around. Like I don't myself because he does spend a lot of money. And I'm not just looking to hit the low-hanging fruit here. But, you know, if Hal really was possessed to win, you would see some different things occur. Let's just leave it at that. And you don't. Instead, you see the same thing recurring. Same deficiencies. You know? Rob's in Sayreville. What's going on, Rob?
BT, my guy. Thanks for taking the call, man.
All right, Rob. Dude.
So real quick. So one thing with Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. I highly suggest if you haven't seen the video, you got to look up. Just go on YouTube. Little kid Hulk Hogan. Cutest video. It's a minute of your life. You'll want to rewatch it.
Is this when he hit the home run in Little League?
No, it's this little kid in the store, and he's doing a Hulk Hogan impression.
I've seen that.
To Hulk Hogan.
Rob, I've seen like the old beach store, like within the last 10 years, this kid came in. I've seen that. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's great.
Yeah, I agree.
So real quick, with Cashman, I'd love to complain about the guy. I want to. It's all I want to do, and it's almost like therapy hearing everybody do it today. I mean, the guy told Derek Jeter to take a walk. That's kind of where you could start and end that conversation. But now I'm the type of guy, like, I look forward, right? So, like, we're stuck with Cashman. That's what we have. And I feel like he, at the deadline, always does the thing that people least expect. Everyone's saying, Eugenio Suarez.
Uh-huh.
I mean, listen, it could happen, but I really am hoping the Braves are a mess. They might be selling. Oh, they got a great young third baseman over there in Austin Riley.
Yep.
A phenomenal kid. I think he bats his lifetime career average around 280 or 270 something.
I don't think, I love him. He's a home run hitter. He's clutch. He's awesome.
He's great. And you got a picture with Spencer Strider. I mean, if I would bundle whatever they want for those two. I mean, you solve the third baseman problem. You get a great pitcher. Listen, I want Jones to turn out well. I want him to pan out. Spencer Jones, I'd even consider Lombard. Call me crazy, but I think now we have an Aaron Judge window. Dude, we have an Aaron Judge window of 2 to 3 years right now. That's it. If we don't win in that window, it's rebuild time. Thanks for taking the call, BT.
You got it, Rob. Thank you. And we just disagree on the Lombard stuff. That's where I'm going to stop. There's no way I'm going that far. I want them to do it. I want them to call up Spencer Jones after the. I don't know if you guys just tuned in, just jumped in the car. 3 at-bats. I don't know what he's done in the last 20 minutes. Maybe he hit another one, but 3 at-bats today, 3 home runs. 13 home runs, 16 AAA games. Get him up. But you say about what remains of the Aaron Judge, era. Well, I believe, and I know, it's ridiculous to say this because so many of these prospects just don't get it done. I believe there's going to be a George Lombard era. I really do. Can't prove it. Just looks different. Just watching him, to me, he looks different. There's just something different about him from. Not even like I'm not going to bore you with numbers. There's just a presence and an instinct with him that I'm holding on to myself. Austin Riley, I mean, I love him. Now, he's still hurt, and I think his return was delayed a bit. He's making good money. Let me just look at the contract stats. Maybe that's actually where you go. Because one thing about Cash is that, like, we keep saying 2 middle relief arms and Suarez or McMahon or whatever at third base. And, man, he just zigs, and we're all like, whoa, didn't see that coming. That's one thing I appreciate about him. And, but the problem with Austin Riley, I mean, is it huge money? No, but for them, it's, let's see, next year and then 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That's $22 million a year. So I just don't think that that's going to happen. And even in 2033, there's a $20 million team option. So, although it doesn't look like there's a buyout here. He's not going to be a free agent until 2033. He's not old at all, but he's not like 25 young. He's going to be 29 soon. I do like him. But maybe that's where the opportunity is. You just pounce on a situation where, all right, a team that was supposed to be a lot better than they've been, a team that doesn't love spending crazy money, that's where you pounce. I don't disagree with the concept. Trevor's in Norwalk, Connecticut. Trev, what's going on?
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
First, Hulk Hogan, R.I.P. legend.
No doubt.
But I got a question for you. I know you coach baseball too, different level. Sometimes you get into it with umpires like Boone. I just don't understand how he can publicly berate his umpires for making mistakes. And I guess he's doing it in a way expecting them to get better. But then his players make mistakes, and there's no accountability for it. So why is he doing it to the umpires and not the players? Maybe you could explain that to me.
Yeah, maybe I should judge Boone's ejection yesterday based on what may have happened recently. No, I think that it's pretty obvious. What was that guy's name? Sanchez, who was very aggressive, by the way. He doesn't know him anything. Like, I'm not just saying you just light somebody up and don't let the ump kind of come back at you. You have to give him some latitude to fire back as well. Although I did think, like, the hand wave, like, get out of here to Blake, get lost, keep it moving. I think that's out of bounds. I think now you're making yourself more of the show. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to look at you. Just raise your hand. Don't do anything if it's a ball. Just do your job. All right. And I thought there was a lot of theatrics, and he was laying it on thick, and that bothered me. And at the end, I actually thought Boone showed good restraint by walking away when he did, because very rarely do you see an umpire manager at that level explosion. And I knew it wasn't going to get much worse. Like, they weren't going to start swinging, but it was about as heated as you could get. I don't know how it gets more heated without you bumping into somebody or it just going on for 5